Fresh baby SubTo here. Someone says in the chat.
All right, everybody, let's get started. Welcome back to the Elephant Challenge. We are super excited about this. Today, here's what you can expect in this live stream on YouTube. And if you are in Zoom, you are lucky because Zoom, we are live right now. Very, very exciting. If you are on YouTube, today is November 4th, 2022. So hopefully you are watching it live. If not, no big deal. This is what you should be expecting. For the next 45 minutes, yes, this will be a long video because all those idiots that do 6-minute, 12-minute, 18-minute YouTube videos expecting you're going to learn anything, you aren't learning anything in 6 months or 6 minutes. You need a longer video. You need explanations. You need help. You need a side chat. You need friends. So that's what we're going to be doing today. For 45 minutes, Mr. Quijano is going to direct Adriana and Mr. Jonathan Newsom on calling agents through Privy. So make sure that you've got Privy, download Privy, go to startwithprivy.com. We're going to be calling agents live for the next 45 minutes. The goal is to get Jonathan Newsom or Adriana, okay, to get somebody to say, send me an offer. And what we're going to be doing is Molly, my business manager, she runs multiple businesses of mine. She's my right hand. She will be coming in today and she will be teaching you guys how to fill out a contract and submit an offer that is going to happen today. So if you're coming in here and you say, I want to learn how to talk to agents, I want to learn how to find leads, I want to learn how to use Privy, I want to learn how to submit an offer, I want to learn how to fill out paperwork. Do you guys feel like that would be a worthwhile allocation of your time? Give me a yes. Okay. We are going to be doing those things today. Now, what I've got to do is I've got to make sure I get Quijano up here because unfortunately, Quijano, my wife is going to Disneyland. So I'm going to take a 30-minute step away, hang out with my wife for a little bit before they leave. I won't see her for 5 days because I've got Orlando, then Dallas, then Springfield, Illinois. We're going to be going and visiting a brand new property. We just got under contract, 264 units, seller finance, no money out of my pocket at all, closing in a week. It's going to be amazing. So if you guys are in Springfield, Illinois or close by, come drive. We're going to be having lunch. What do you think is the #1 place in Springfield, Illinois to eat lunch? Krusty Donuts, or what's the donut place that is on Simpsons?
Yeah.
Krusty Burger?
Krusty's.
Do you think Krusty's Burgers is a real thing, by the way?
It has to be. It's got to be.
I would be so pissed if it wasn't.
Someone's got to have made one after the show.
We are going to be going there on Wednesday next week. Okay. I will be in Orlando. Let's see. I'm in Orlando this week. I'm speaking in Orlando at a multifamily conference on Sunday. I'm then flying to Dallas and I'm going to be doing a private masterclass on my multifamily with Vina Jetty and 10 of my closest private money lenders. Just a very intimate full day with them. We have a meetup in Dallas that night. And then Tuesday, we're going to be driving for Multifamily Deals Live. And then on Wednesday, Eric and I are going to be flying to Springfield, Illinois to eat Simpsons food and visit a 264 unit seller finance multifamily deal that we just got under contract. So today is going to be fun. Let's get into it. Let me bring up Mr. Quijano and Adriana and Jonathan Newsom. Quijano, I'm going to bring you up first so I can kind of give you the lay of the land. I need you to help me out because my wife is driving over to Disneyland. Promote to panelist. Let's get this handsome guy up here. And let's get Adriana up here. She is here, which is amazing. Oh my gosh. You see how annoying that is? You don't even see how annoying that is, huh? I'm talking to Eric. You guys don't see how annoying some of these buttons are. Hold on. Newsom. Jonathan Newsom is not here today.
He's got to be just like brushing his beard.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, there he is. He just popped in. I got him. Yeah, I could see that.
His grooming, his grooming regimen is very, very particular.
Okay, let's get Adriana and Jonathan. I need you to turn your. Okay, you guys got him on. I can't put you on the screen unless you got your camera on. So thank you for doing that. Adriana and Jonathan. Here's what we're going to be doing. Here's the lay of the day. All right. First things first, we're going to jump right into it. Everybody had their homework. We are supposed to do it. Everybody should have their homework. Adriana, I want you reporting your homework to Quijano and showing him that you did your job. You got your agents, you got your numbers. And then what we're going to be doing, this is a plot twist. Adriana and Jonathan Newsom are going to be calling agents simultaneously until we get somebody, and I want you to put your hand, I want you to put your deuces up. I want you to go, oh my gosh, I got to call, and unmute yourself. And whoever's on a call, we want you to unmute yourself. Okay. Whoever gets a hold of an agent first, the other one stops dialing. Adriana, are we putting some stress and pressure on you? This is how you become a diamond. So she's like, a little bit? How about a lot? This is how we grow. This is how we get put in uncomfortable circumstances. You walk out the other side just going, holy moly, look at who I am.
Okay.
Adriana, do you think I believe in you?
Absolutely.
Do you think I'm proud of you?
Absolutely.
I'm kind of scared of you, actually. I feel like once you get a little bit more momentum, I think you'll just take me over. Okay. We're proud of you. You got your two handsome boys with you. You got Quijano and you got Newsom. So don't worry about it. What I want to do, Quijano, you got that, right? Both of them are going to call simultaneously. And once they get a call, okay, what I want them to do, I'm going to give them co-hosts so they can share their screen. I want whoever's on a call to share what listing or what thing on Privy they're calling on. Okay. I don't care if it's on Zillow. I don't care if it's on Redfin. I don't care what you pull up, but share your screen so people can have, there you go. Daniel Carter says it's a call battle. So what are we trying to win? The first prize goes to the person who connects with the first agent. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Second prize goes to the person who gets the first phone call. Sorry, not first phone call, but the first line. I want the line after everything Quijano taught you yesterday. I want you to say, okay, I will be submitting an offer tonight. You have won the race the second you say, okay, I'll be submitting an offer tonight. Anybody excited about this, by the way? Guys, we have 1,000 people in Zoom. We have hundreds of people over on YouTube. Give them some love. Give them some support. We're going to be calling agents live using Privy. What are you drinking right there? Is that some sort of Hispanic Red Bull?
She needs wings for this.
Is it called Rojo Bowl? What would you call that in Spanish? Oh, 5 Hour Energy and Red Bull? That's called a black ball, isn't it?
Why don't you just get an IV drip of caffeine?
Of dragon's blood. Just drink
If I
dragon's
could, I
blood.
would.
Okay, great. So that's what we're going to be doing. And the goal is to, in 45 minutes, okay, get a couple of people saying, great, submit an offer for me. Okay. We're then going to pause this. And at 3 o'clock, Molly is going to be coming in and she's going to completely deviate the conversation. She will be talking to an agent and a seller. Okay. Sunshine Mars says, I don't have Privy yet. Guys, why? The question I have to ask is, why would you not have Privy? We've been talking about this for a couple of days. I'm not going to get into it, but holy smokes. Start with Privy.com. Make sure you get Privy. You're going to need it for these challenges. Okay. Also, Carly, did you see that I changed the elephant challenge next month to different dates? Will you look on the calendar and just look? I updated it this morning. Just FYI.
Okay, I've been on Zooms all morning. Okay.
Cool. I know you've been on it. Thank you so much for everything you do. You're amazing. Okay. So again, I'm going to reiterate, Newsom, Adriana, going to be calling simultaneously. First person that gets a call, put your hands up so we know we're going to mute the other person. The other person, stop dialing. We're all going to pay attention. Second, actually, I think if it's going to be a race, you should be able to do whatever you want. Whoever's on a call and has their hand raised, we're going to unmute you and have you spot lit. Okay. Make sense? Now, at the end of 45 minutes, we are going to have Molly come in. She's going to talk to an agent and a seller about subject 2. Lock that contract up live, should be good. And after that call is done, we're going to have everybody learn how to fill out a contract. We are going to have Molly walk through and show you guys how to fill out a contract, and everybody on here, okay? everybody on here, your goal today, your homework today is to submit an offer on a deal. Everybody agree with this? This is the goal. It can be the worst offer. It can be the worst lowball offer. I don't care. We're not trying to get contracts. We will inevitably get contracts, but the problem is everybody's belief is that I have to win everything and I have to get every phone call under contract and I have to land every deal and I have to know every single answer along the way. Tonight is the exact opposite. For you to succeed has nothing to do with you getting an actual signed contract. It's you sending the worst possible offer on planet Earth. How many of you guys in here have never sent an offer as of today? Give me a no.
That's a lot of no's.
Do you guys see that by the end of this Zoom, our goal is to not get 500 contracts or 1,000 contracts. Our goal is to change as many of those no's to a yes. I have at least submitted an offer. I have learned how to fill out the paperwork. If you guys walk away from this Zoom just knowing those things and knowing how to fill out paperwork and sending an offer, would you feel like you've progressed in your life? Okay. If you have a single question outside of what I've just told you, it means you are doing this magical thing called overthinking. Do not ask me another question about earnest money or what if this or what if you just take action? What if you stop wasting your life and sitting there and just watching everybody else take action? What if you walked out of this Zoom feeling that elation, the nervousness, the anxiety that Adriana's feeling, and you walk out the other side going, oh my gosh, I did it. It was only 30 minutes. It was only 40 minutes. Who's going to be taking action while we are calling? Adriana, Jonathan, everybody. We are all calling agents. The only thing we need to be doing is telling an agent at the end of the structure, okay, I'll be sending an offer tonight. That is the goal. The homework is I will be sending an offer tonight. Next Elephant Challenge, we're going to teach you even more about how and why you should be sending an offer. But the number one thing you should be doing today is saying, I sent an offer. If somebody rejects your offer and hangs up on you, was that a success or a failure?
Success.
That is success. In fact, I will be so pissed off if you hit this magical unicorn and you get a contract on your first call. I will be pissed off. It's not fair. I want you to succeed the proper way. And sometimes to succeed, you have to see that most of the time you're going to have people reject your offer. That is part of the success process. Okay. All right, Quijano, let's jump on it. I'm going to give you 39 minutes without me on the screen. You're going to be running these two, and I'll be back in 39 minutes.
Perfect. Do we all have hosts that we need? Shoot it over. We'll be
You
good to
do.
go.
I believe everybody has co-host. Okay.
Perfect. Yes, we do. You're amazing. Have fun. Tell Laura hi or bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys, all right. 1 in the chat if you are super excited about what's about to take place today. 2 in the chat if you're just kind of mediocre, not really that excited, and you're just here because you don't have anything else to do. Any 2s? 3 in the chat if you're completely confused and you have no clue what's happening right now. We have a couple of 3s. Couple of 3s. I'm assuming the 3's a lot of 1s. We have more 1s than 3s. Okay. So for the 3s, quick scenario here. I'm assuming for the people who are here and are 3s, you guys may not know what's going on. I'm going to give you the 30-second update is what's taking place. Pace is this crazy dude who actually has this vision about changing people's lives by taking action, getting you outside of your comfort zone. And then what most people don't do is giving you all of the resources you could possibly need to actually accomplish the thing you're trying to do, right? A lot of people will be out here on the YouTube videos and say, oh, take action, change your lives. But they don't really tell you how. Pace gives you the how and gives you every possible thing that you need to make that how a reality. That's what we're doing here. So for the last couple of days, what we've been doing is talking about the proper steps to how to get this thing going, how to get started in real estate. Where do you go to find deals? What do you do once you're at the place where you find the deals? Now that you have a deal and you know what you want to do, how do you take the next step and make the conversation? So day number 1 is where we talked about Privy. Privy is the only product here that has a price associated with it. The rest of this is free. And the only Privy is not Pace's company. The only reason he's referencing Privy is because it's one of the best resources in real estate with the lowest cost to allow you to get into this thing and actually start taking action. If you do not have Privy, Carly's going to share the link. Get Privy, sign up, do the trial, do what you have to do, get in here. Step 2, Jonathan and Adriana are here to be the guinea pigs for you guys. They're here to make mistakes in front of all of you, so that way you guys realize that anybody can do it, right? And so what they're going to be doing is they're going to be showing us how they're going to find leads on Privy and what they're going to do once they find them. And then yesterday, what we discussed is, what do you do when you actually find somebody to talk to? And we went over the 3 steps to having a really good conversation with an agent to get through to being able to send an offer. Step number 1, talk to them. What's going on with the property? Get some information. Step number 2, build a relationship. Explain to them how you can solve their problem, because you just listen to them to explain what their problem is to you. Step 3, say, look, I'm here to, and I'm ready to make an offer. And then you go down the offer part. We won't go into any more details because you're going to see it better than in training. You're going to see it in action here today. Adriana and Jonathan are both members of SubTo, right? Jonathan's been in the SubTo community for a while. He's an amazing leader. He helps me run a daily event that we do inside of SubTo. For those of you guys who are not in SubTo, say me if you're not in SubTo. How many non-SubTo people do we have? Look at this. So everybody's here. This is a great majority. The majority of the people we have between here and YouTube, we have probably 1,400 people watching right now on a Friday afternoon. And the great majority of you guys are not in SubTo. Whether it's you didn't know what SubTo was, you couldn't afford to get into SubTo, SubTo was closed in your market, and so as a result, you weren't able to join. SubTo is an amazing community for a lot of reasons, but the biggest reason, other than Pace himself, is the community that he created, the people in the community. That's what's really special about SubTo. And so Jonathan is one of the amazing leaders. He's been in there for a long time. He runs a really good, successful business, and he helps me run this bonus Zoom that we do inside of SubTo called the Nightly Dial. For 5 days a week, 4 hours a day, we call sellers live, right? Pace spends about $10,000 a month. So we have leads to call for free. Not your leads. You come out here and you make all of the mistakes. And you got people like me, like Jonathan Newsom, and a bunch of other amazing leaders inside of the community who just sit there and watch you do this thing and help you get better at doing it. It's just all about taking action. Jonathan helps me run Wednesday nights on that, which is why he's here as an example. Adriana is a newer person in SubTo, right? Who is based on the 7 energy drinks on her desk. As nervous as anybody else here. Adriana, 1 to 10, how nervous are you right now?
Like an 8.5, 9, just because I have all these eyes looking at me.
Okay, perfect. So you're at 8 nervous. Okay, now just to be clear, you don't have some secret, super, ninja skill that nobody knew about in real estate. You're just new and figuring it out like the rest of us, right? Perfect. So Jonathan is here representing what leadership in the community looks like. Adriana's here representing what leadership in the community looks like. One's doing it from a place of experience. One's doing it from a place of complete nervousness. But all of these people are still leaders. You don't have to be skilled or experienced to be a leader. You just have to lead. And Adriana's doing a great job of leading today. So that being said, guys, you know what this is. So what we're going to do is they're going to be doing this a lot in the Nightly Dial. They're going to be calling at the same time. Jonathan, for the sake of time, do you mind kind of pulling up your screen first? Show your process as we're making dials. And then what we'll do is this. Whoever gets the first call, we will mute the other person out, and whoever's on the phone will share their screen. So Jonathan, if you get the first call on the phone, amazing. Then we'll just keep your screen up. Adriana, if you get somebody on the phone, do you feel comfortable? Jonathan will stop sharing his screen. You can share his screen so people can see the property that you're looking at.
Whenever I get on the phone?
Correct. Perfect. Okay. So that's enough talk.
All at the same time.
All at the same time, all the hands, and you use your feet if you need to, right? All you got to do is hit share screen, select your window, and go for it. All right. Okay. That means who's ready to see how this thing happens, like live in action? Okay. All right, Jonathan, go ahead and hit the screen share. You guys will go ahead and make some dials, and let's see if we can get some contracts out. How many of you guys think it's possible we can get a contract out within the next 30 minutes? Anybody's like, nah, you can't do that. You can't get a contract out in 30 minutes. Ah, so we got some glass half full people. I love
Easy,
it.
easy.
Let's go. All right,
Hey,
Jonathan. do you
brother.
think-
So really quick, I think we might need co-hosting capabilities. I'm not seeing the
Try
share
now.
tab on my side.
Try now.
There we go. Got it. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Boom.
Oh, we got some bets in here. Ben's already saying that Adriana's going to get a contract in 11 minutes.
Let's go. Let's
I've
go.
seen it happen. I've seen it happen. No pressure. All right. So Jonathan's in the DFW while he's dialing. Watch what he's doing, guys. So he clicked he has market in the top left. He clicked filter and now he's adding the filters. You guys saw this yesterday. If you didn't see it yesterday, go back and watch yesterday's replay, because we went through this a lot. Adriana, what market are you calling?
I'm between San Antonio and Killeen because I had a lot of open doors that I had, and I was running out of stuff.
Love it. No, perfect. That works. That's all South Texas, right? Ish, Southish.
South of Dallas.
Perfect. Kalena's military. Love it. All right, Central Texas. All right, so you guys look, he found a property. He just went into the property details. He's looking down here at the bottom to see if he can find the office phone number. And we'll go from there. So you can get the first somebody on the phone. Adriana, are you dialing yet? I'm not seeing you dial
Oh,
yet.
I thought I was supposed to be watching for him. I'm sorry.
No, we're dialing at the same time. We'll just mute out whoever gets somebody on the phone. It's a battle. It's like a dance battle. For those of you guys who don't know, we did this last couple of months. This is what the Golden Ticket event is for SubTo students. It's an event that's been happening the last couple of ones. Last one is going to be taking place in December. And literally, we did this exact same thing, but in person, in a room with 200 people, right? Let's see if I can. That's a great idea. I do not have, are polls available in this mode, Carly? I don't think we can do polls. You may be able to do a poll. I'm not sure if we can. I don't know if she's talking to us or not.
I muted myself. My daughter couldn't say goodbye. I will see if I can make it. Give me like 2 seconds.
Yeah, and just do a who's gonna get the first contract.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Anthony. I'm calling about 5611 Drystone Lane. Are you the listing agent on that? Hi, you are awesome. Thank you very much for answering the phone. I appreciate it. I want to see if you can give me some information on it, because it looks like it's been sitting for a while and it's really, really pretty.
Okay. Yes, what I can do is I got a listing coordinator, and her name is Kathy. And if you want, I can share her phone number with you. And that's probably the person who can answer all your questions. That's better than being the middleman, right?
That would, yes.
Let me give you
Awesome.
let me
Thank
give
you.
you her phone number.
Okay.
It's 254-247-4856.
254-247-4856.
Yeah, and her name is Kathy.
Kathy, thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate your time, and you have a safe and enjoyable, restful weekend.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Let's go. First answer. All right, you calling the next one? How you doing? How's the adrenaline going? You feeling all right?
Shaking.
Shaking a little bit. Shaking a little bit.
Kathy.
Let's get some heart reactions for Adriana here real quickly as she dials the next dial. She's got the regular. Are you Gator Olympics? Are you going to dial the that next number, Adriana?
I
Boom.
forgot, I'm sorry. I forgot to unmute and mute and all that stuff.
You're totally fine. This is how this goes. Just whenever you're ready to dial, go ahead and dial. We'll be here listening. I'll just chat in the meantime.
Okay.
We'll stop talking. Oh, there it is. It's ringing.
Hello.
Hi, Kathy.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Kathy. This is Adriana. I just spoke with Anthony, and he gave me your number to call you. I was calling about Dry Stone Lane.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, and I was just kind of puzzled at it being listed for so long, and it looks really beautiful. Could you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I mean, the house is gorgeous. And the feedback has not been negative on the house. Honestly, I don't know if it has anything to do, with the shift in market or the market, but I mean, there's really nothing. We had an offer when the market was still, doing really well. And we had a lot of showings and we took that offer. Well, then the buyer, I don't know if they had financing issues or whatever the case, but they didn't move forward. And I think that's what and then we kind of slowed down after that, going close to the holidays. But there's nothing wrong with them. Have you visited?
No, actually, I'm calling from San Antonio, and I'm looking at it, and I was just is there a reason that, or what's it looks fairly great. I was looking at something. Why is it in the market? Is it just I know it's a lot of bases, or the bases in Killeen. Is it a military situation? I know I've come in.
It is a military town. I mean, there's really nothing except just the fact that everything's pretty much, it was really hot for a few months and then it kind of all slowed down with not just that listing. It's been, a lot of our listings.
I guess my question is why
the market shifted a little bit.
I guess my question is why it's selling? Why are they selling?
Why isn't it selling?
No, why are the sellers selling?
Oh, why are the sellers selling? I'm sorry, I understand.
No problem.
She relocated to Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. So she's already gone. It's the house is empty.
Yeah, it's vacant. It's vacant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a really nice house in a nice area. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I think the only thing that we've heard on the property is someone didn't like the driveway. That was pretty much the only negative feedback that we've gotten from the home.
The drive is
the driveway. So if you look at the front end of the driveway, it's they didn't like how it went upward.
let me see. Oh,
But yeah, that was the only thing that the feedback that we've gotten on the property.
wow.
That was negative. Everything else has been pretty good on the property. I mean, the feedback on a few people did end up qualifying for the property financial wise, but we haven't gotten any negative feedback.
So yeah, I'm guessing the market is just making it even harder, because she's beautiful, but I'm sure people want it, but this interest rates are kind of making it
That's mainly the thing.
wow.
Yeah, that's really the only thing, and I don't know if it's going to pick back up, but it's not just with this listing. We have a few of them, and it's not as fast moving as they were 2 months ago.
Yep. It's like soaking oatmeal instead of hot pancakes, huh? Yes, I am. I'm actually an investor, and I look at and I work with a bunch of investors actually, and so we are really looking at some properties and seeing how we can be able to help a seller be able to rid themselves of that if that's what they choose to do, and also potentially make an opportunity for other people that might want to rent it, or sometimes we have short-term rentals that we do, but Like I said, this is
Has the
a,
market shifted in San Antonio at all, or is it still pretty?
oh, it's everywhere,
But-
girl. It is everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
it's-
kind of figured. I know. I mean, we're a smaller area, but I didn't know if it was the same. Bigger areas like San Antonio or Austin.
No, it is. It's actually everywhere. And so is the seller, open to seller financing?
I don't believe so. I mean, I could definitely bring it up to. I mean, I've tried to even get her go down on pricing a little bit more, maybe, but she just wants to wait it out. So
Okay. So she's not
see
in
if
any
anything
rush.
changes.
Yeah, she's not in any rush.
Um,
She's not in any rush for it to be sold
No.
because she's already moved into
No.
Oklahoma. Okay, not a problem, not a problem. Well, just if you could keep my number, and if things should change,
yeah.
that would be amazing.
So I'm assuming you're one of those cash buyers that buy for low and either sell or rent. sell for
Actually,
high, or
Actually, sometimes we purchase, and when we're looking to fix up a house, fix it and flip it, or fix it and rent it. We buy in a way that makes sense for us, because we're actually putting money into the renovation costs and the labor costs and everything. So, in order for us to get a return for the money, when we invest, we have to get it at a price that can help, right, to make that happen. And, we try to make it a win-win situation for everybody. But in this case, we also purchase properties creatively, in the sense that if a property is in a situation where, I'm not sure, is she still owing a mortgage on this?
she is.
Okay, so sometimes I know that some of the sellers are, these houses, or these sellers have houses that they have a mortgage that they have to have a higher list rate, because they're having to not, or they're trying to not come out of pocket to pay for your agent fee. And so unfortunately, they can't go any lower, and then they're stuck waiting, and they either, in some sad cases, they end up going in foreclosure because they can't make the payment. But if it works for the seller, sometimes we do it where it's a combination of things, of them having a mortgage and some equity. So when we talk about creative type solutions, is what we would do is take over the mortgage. We can come up to their price, their asking price, if we can get the terms right, and that's how we're able to make it a trifecta, if for lack of a better word, of a win situation, where your agent fee is taken care of, the seller is getting the price that they want, and we as investors are able to acquire the property in a way that works for us as well. In this case, would be terms.
Okay.
I know I've said a lot, that I don't mean to overtax your brain.
If the property is move-in ready, so there's not like any renovations or anything that needs to be done on the home. She's taken really good care of the house.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if that meets any of your
So,
criteria.
you're right. So in this case, I'm assuming she's looking for the 259, correct? Is that still the same
Yes.
price? Okay.
Mhm.
So if we could come up to her asking price of 259, do you think that she would be open to us taking over the mortgage for her, and being able to potentially pay also on equity, depending on what mortgage is left over?
So
I'm
you have to
sorry.
explain that a little bit.
Yeah,
so
I'm
would that be
sorry.
the seller financing?
So if she has equity, I'm not sure what her
She
mortgage
probably
is. Okay, so if she has equity, so what we would do is take over the payments of whatever underlying mortgage she has. And the equity from that mortgage balance up to her asking price would be the equity. And so we could pay that as well, but we would be doing it in terms. It might be some cash now up front, and then the equity part in terms. Paying it over time.
And when you say over time, around how long?
It all, if she's open to it, I can definitely get back on a call with you, and I can get with my underwriting partners, and we can look at all of the numbers. At this point, I guess what I'm trying to find out is, do you think that she would be open to it?
I can ask her. I mean, that's all. I mean, I have to present all, so I'll definitely ask her and see what she says.
Because if honestly, I just
So
want to.
basically, the way it works is you guys just take over the payment, and then whatever's equity in the property, that's what you'll give her at closing.
It all depends on all of the numbers. There would be some money that can be given to her at closing, and there would be money given to her over time, depending on what she like, because the equity would make her technically the bank, right? And so I don't want to, when we go get a loan, we don't tell the loan people, this is what I want. They're going to basically tell us what they want. And so that's why if she's even open to the conversation, then we can start walking her through, more particulars. And that way it can be, she can have full knowledge of everything, and she can have, questions answered. And of course, with you, you and I, or I can also bring in my partner who can help specify numbers and so forth. But at this point, I'm just trying to really see if she's open, because we would love to come to her number if she, could, it would be open to terms. As I mentioned, it would be a win-win situation. So we would make sure that your commissions would be paid, and we would hopefully come up to her number if she would, not hopefully, but we would come up to her number as long as everything worked out and she was able to come and we were able to agree on some terms. So that way everybody's winning.
Okay. But she would still hold the loan.
The mortgage would still be in her, the underlying existing mortgage would stay in place in her name. You said that she's already moved into another place in Oklahoma, correct? So at this point right now, she's not too concerned about, is she planning to get another house right now right away, or she's already in her place?
No, she plans on eventually settling in Oklahoma.
Okay, so again, those are things that we can definitely address. And so how it goes is that the existing mortgage would stay in her name. The deed would get transferred over to us, just so that way we had control over the property. We would be able to rent it out, or short-term it, or whatever we were going to do with it. And we would have a servicing company that would take over and make sure that the payments were getting paid. And she would be getting one payment, or not she, but the loan would get paid off, or not paid, but the loan would get paid monthly, as it would, as if it was her paying it. And then she would also get a payment for the equity part monthly as well from the servicing company. After so much time from that, when she's ready to get a home, or she wants to get another mortgage, we would definitely want to stay in contact with her. And when she's ready, we can absolutely get the servicing company to, show a letter stating that she is not responsible for that mortgage, like her DTI would not be affected, so that wouldn't hurt her with the next lender.
I guess I would just have to do some more research on that. What's your name one more time?
Adriana,
Oh, spell that for me.
and I'm sorry, ADRIANA. Iana. And I apologize because I'm sorry, Rodriguez.
And what company are you in?
I'm sorry,
What's your investment company? What's your investment company?
hang on one second.
I'm just
What
a
do I-
just a private investor. She doesn't need your company information.
Hello?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I had my dog.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I'm sorry. My dog is getting, I'm just a private investor. And I work with other investors and I apologize because my part of the machine is to talk to the agents and to see if the sellers are open to this type of creative financing in order to sell their house. And if you're available to have another follow-up call, either later, within the next 30 minutes or an hour, or tomorrow, I can definitely have one of my partners get in contact with you, and he would be happy to explain it. He explains it so much better and so much smoother than I.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your patience.
Call on Monday. Give me time to actually give her a call.
Okay,
To see if she's even interested in it. So let's shoot for Monday.
okay,
And then, like I said, I'll at least discuss it with her.
okay. Is there a particular time that works best for you that I can nail down?
No, anytime is fine.
Anytime. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Kathy, for your time, and I appreciate it. And I look forward to having my partner catch up with you on Monday.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Let's go. Can we get some love in the chat for Adriana just coming out here crushing phone calls? I love that so much. Great job, Adriana. How are you feeling? Talk to us. Tell us how you're feeling. Are you breathing yet? Because I know you stopped breathing for the last 10 minutes.
It looks like I have blush on, but I don't.
Okay, how do you feel? How do you feel? It's because all the blood is rushing to your head.
It felt amazing. It felt nice. As she was talking, I was like, oh my God, it's happening. Just like it happened yesterday with Jonathan. And these agents are wanting to give everything about it because they want to offload it. And even as I was fumbling, I mean, she was struggling to understand what I was saying as like, oh my God, could this really, like, she could come up to our number, like, what is this? What do I, and so I was just trying not to screw it up. I needed to talk less.
So there's a lot I could say about this call. I won't, because I want to try to make the most out of the next 10 minutes, see if maybe we can get Jonathan on the call as well. Matter of fact, Jonathan, if you want to maybe start trying to see if you can reach somebody while I give this feedback on this, here's a couple things that I noticed, guys, right? How many of you guys, by looking at this thing, because you always have people that watch stuff on YouTube and they're like, oh, is that rigged? Is that staged? How many of you guys could genuinely see that Adriana is just a real human being like the rest of us, just making mistakes, coming out here, taking action, not overthinking, right? She's just a human being like the rest of us, right? Adriana, big kudos for even doing this, because I know you got 1,500 people watching you make a phone call, right? And first and foremost, you killed it. Here's a couple of the things that I noticed about this phone call. One, and I've seen it in the chat, these agents want to sell properties. They need help, and they will get it wherever they can, right? They just want to have good conversations with people who are being honest with them. The agents aren't usually looking for this polished, perfect representative, right? They're looking for solutions, and solutions come in all forms, right? And so Adriana did exactly that, right? Let's be honest. Adriana fumbled a little bit, right? She stuttered a little bit. She got a little bit lost in certain things. She had to mute and ask what to say when it comes to the business stuff, which means you need to come to the Nightly Dial more, because we address that all of the time, right? But that being said, let me ask you guys a question. 2 questions I'm going to ask you guys, right? Question number 1, did Adriana make mistakes on that call? Yes or no? Okay. Now, as people are saying yes, what's the goal? Some people said no, right? Some people thought that was a flawless call, right? But here's the thing. Our goal is not to have a perfect call. Our goal is to get to the point to where we can send out offers. Our goal is to take the conversation to the next step. Did she get that conversation to the next step? Right? So what that means is that you don't need perfection to succeed. You just need action. And imperfect action will get you way farther than you guys realize. Couple of things, Adriana. One, and this is a very natural human thing that people do, is when they get nervous, we overtalk, right? You were giving a lot of information that was not relevant to the conversation. You did not probably need to explain how to structure a SubTo deal. You started explaining what a hybrid is. None of that stuff really mattered, right? Were you seeing the chat? Because I had shut the chat off and was giving you some pointers. Did you see that by chance?
No, I was just fumbling and then I had to look down because I just didn't even want to.
I get it.
Listening to her.
No, I get it. So yeah, I would say that, what I would have probably done a little bit differently there is while you're talking to her, you could have just said, okay, so I like what happens if she doesn't sell. Have you guys, what's your plan if, over the next little bit, nothing happens with this property? Get a feel for where their plan is. Because what are you doing? You're understanding their pain. 4 months is painful. What happens in 2 more months? How much more pain is there for her? How much more pain is there for you as the agent who may lose this contract, right? So that's something that I'm going to discuss. And then I love the way you brought in the terms, right? Hey, do you know if she's considered this? At that point, I would have just said, hey, you know what? Why don't we schedule a follow-up call? I would have left it there. She says, I have a little bit more information. It can get pretty detailed rather than, why don't we do this? See if they're open to it. And then what we can do is I can bring my partner on the call who's a lot more versed in this, and we can all talk about it together, right? And that way you just deflect all of the explanation, because here's the thing. When you're talking to somebody for the first time, you have a couple of hurdles. One, they need to learn to get to know you. Well, if they have to get to know you and then get to know a bunch of foreign information, it's too much for their brain to process. Let's start with getting to know me. Then once you know me, then we can talk about getting to know the information, right? But none of that really matters because you still got to the next step, right? You did a great job, Adriana.
I was going to drop your name there.
You could have dropped my name. I would be happy to help you follow up with this person and see what happens with it. But what you could hear is that this was a person who had a need. They are hurting and they need a solution. And you may be the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And it just proves, guys, legitimately, no excuses. No excuses whatsoever. Anybody can do this. Adriana, you're amazing.
Thank you.
I love it. Jonathan, you got any luck over there, bro?
Okay, so this property here on Strickland, you said it's a 2-bed, 2-bath. It's for sale. I saw that there was a price increase back in June. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. Okay, so I noticed this thing was just sitting on the market for a little bit. Is there something going on, or is there something I should be worried about?
No, nothing specific. It just the owner just won't stop crying.
Yo, we got to get Molly on here.
Got it. Okay.
Jonathan, I love you. Bye. Sorry, guys. We're going to bring Molly on here. We actually have a scheduled call. Let me get Molly up here. How's this been, by the way? Has this been amazing, Quijano?
It's been more than a minute. Adriana had a 15-minute call with an agent.
Holy crap.
Yep. She presented terms, got a follow-up, did all kinds of stuff. Yep.
Did you kill it, Adriana?
Destroyed it.
Tell me the truth. Did you kill it?
I got an appointment for Monday to call back with my partner.
Yes, amazing.
She didn't breathe for 10 minutes.
I know.
Look at that. She's like flush red. I love it. Molly, my business manager and partner in my multifamily business. Look at Molly. She's a special human being. Don't you guys agree? Let me see if I can add her. Oh, she didn't have her video on a second ago. Hold on.
I do.
No, you didn't. So I couldn't add your spotlight a second ago. I'm going to bring Derek on here as well. Is that all right? You've got an agent to call, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Derek, what's your name on here, bro? Can you just spell your name like normal people spell their name?
D-A-R-I-C.
D-A-R. That's right. Darek.
Beautiful Barton, I think is what he goes by.
Bash Daddy. I like that. I like that. That's a good one. Guys, welcome to the Pitcher's Mound, an MLB professional baseball player. We are bringing on Derek Barton, retired MLB player, future billionaire in real estate. Come on
Heck
board.
yeah.
We have very few seconds before Molly needs to call and talk to an agent. Molly, give us a little bit of context. What's the call we're going to be making?
So this is a house in Casa Grande that Derek has been working on. Derek, I don't know if you want to give a little background on how you found this lead and exactly where you're at with it right now before I give him a call.
Yeah, I'm using the Kevin Chow method. So we've been looking for low equity properties.
Okay, so what guys, we have 2 minutes. So Derek is he's going to be the relief pitcher for a second. I'm going to speed it up real quick. We have 1 minute. 1 minute until Molly needs to do this. By the way, tell Molly we love her because she is sick as a dog right now.
I have a double ear infection. I'm half.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to say bye. Everybody say bye to my kids real fast. Say bye to Laura.
Bye, babies.
Aww.
They're going to be leaving for a couple of days. I will be alone by myself, unfortunately.
What?
Okay, so the Kevin Chow method is something that I taught the students. You go after low equity. I know I'm going to walk you guys outside. Hold on. Give me 1 minute, please. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is Derek went out, called agents that had low equity listings, which is exactly what we're doing right now. This is exactly what we're doing in this challenge. Exactly what we're doing. Derek's got a commitment, an agent, and the seller, like, we don't know exactly the process. Derek says, hey, I'm a mastermind student, so I'm going to leverage my relationship with Pace, and I'm going to call Pace's partner, Molly. And Molly, who is absolutely a badass, even when she's sick as a dog, is like, no problem. I'm going to come on live with 1,500 people. We got 1,300 people on Zoom and 268 people on YouTube. So everybody give Molly a lot of love. Thank you so much for doing this. Molly, you're going to be calling the agent, I believe, explaining SubTo and the process to them. Is that correct?
So I think Derek's already explained the process. They have some questions. So these are more of like the detailed things, right? So like what Adriana just did, where she's explaining a little bit of how it starts out. This is that second conversation, that follow-up conversation that you're having with the agent to kind of go over like, Derek, has the seller or the agent seen the contracts at all?
So you're getting on with the agent and the seller.
Right. Have they seen the contracts at all or no?
Yeah, I sent them over.
Yeah. So this
So
is
the
that
one-
second conversation, guys, after they've seen the contract.
Amazing. And then we have a call right after this one at 3:30. What is that, the first call to the agent, Derek?
No, this one's ready for a contract. We sent him the prelim contract and he had a couple things he wanted to adjust.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're going to put Molly to work. This is amazing. Are you guys excited? I very, very rarely will show this on public. This is stuff that we keep only inside of SubTo. So you guys that are non-SubTo students, consider yourself incredibly lucky. And thank Molly, thank Derek, thank Adriana, thank Jonathan Newsom and Mr. Quijano. Okay. Molly, we'll leave you to it. I'm going to go walk my kids out the door. I'll be right back.
I'm going to have Derek mute really quick, Derek, so you're not hearing our background noise. And then I'm going to call Derek. You'll hear Derek answer the phone and then he's going to call the agent because I don't want the agent to call me. The other day I was talking with Derek and an agent and the girl goes, Kenna, how do I get a hold of you? And
this is what I tell all the SubTo students. They go, will you call my seller? I go, I'd love to, but you need to tell the seller and the agent, I am never available again after this call.
Yeah.
Because
like,
when you're so good on the phone, they're like, I want to talk to the confident person, which is not a bad thing. It's just that it's unfortunate. Molly and we have 700 doors under contract in our pipeline that we got to close in the next 30 days. Molly's got a lot of stuff going on, so she can't be on the call directly. So what she's doing is she's telling Derek, hey, let's call through your phone so the agent can't call us directly and sideline Molly while she's doing 700 things and sick as a dog, being a wife, and mother of 2 kids and 17 horses. Okay, the show is yours. I'll be back in 20.
Perfect. Derek, I'm calling you right now.
Molly, how long have you been a gangster?
My whole life.
Born like this.
He was on the phone with him right now, so.
I told you to mute your computer. Why is it?
Derek space.
Is it me? Derek won't talk. There we go. No, you weren't muted. See?
How many of you guys are excited? Say me in the chat if you're excited to see how all of the back end confusing paperwork stuff works.
Mute.
Derek's gonna go call from the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Ty, are you on?
I'm here.
I hear Molly. I think he's adding the other guy.
Okay, great. Daniel's typing.
Oops. Did it sound like your horse is galloping? Molly's also an equestrian. She has like 700 horses.
Can we not do four-way?
I don't think it'll let us.
He's gonna have to have your number then.
I mean, it's fine, just as long as he knows he won't be calling me to talk about it after this.
You guys hear me?
I can hear you too. Hold on. Let me try to merge my partner.
Oh, you hung up on me.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work.
Okay, so let me just call them back on my phone and then you just listen.
Wait, what do you? So you're trying to get a hold of the agent, right?
Yeah, but there's two. There's a partner.
They can probably do another call. They may be able to add somebody in. Maybe.
Yeah, but they can only add one person in.
Interesting.
This is what we have to do. You have to call him.
Yeah.
Then he'll three-way the guy in. So his name is Ty. And I'm gonna send you his contact right now.
Okay.
Star
think we can
67
forward.
is star 67 still a thing?
I don't think it works anymore.
Star 69.
You just
think-
dated yourself.
Me?
No. Whoever asked for that in the chat, they just
Oh,
made themselves super old.
okay, perfect. Great. I'll call right now. This is detailed ass contact information.
I'm gonna start.
Hi, Ty. This is Molly. I'm partnered with Derek. I've been trying to call you.
All right, let me bring in Daniel.
And I'm sorry, I'm sick. So if I cough, I'm just
Oh, you're
getting
good.
over being sick like everybody else.
Okay, one sec. All right, can you guys hear me?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. Yep, I'm here too.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys. Well, Derek's told me he's been talking to you guys for a little bit. You guys have a listing out in Casa Grande that's it's been sitting like everybody else's listings, unfortunately, right now. Is that the story? Yeah. Okay, perfect. I know you guys have already seen the contracts and everything. Is there anything that you guys have particular that you want to start with, or do you want me to just kind of go over how our process works? What are you guys looking to do today?
So I haven't sent them to Daniel yet. If you want to just go over the process
Okay.
with him and how it works and go from there.
Okay, perfect. So let me pull up what Derek has sent me for numbers on this one. I haven't seen the house particularly, but we do this all the time. So most of the time it's the same situation, you guys, right? It's this somebody that's been sitting on the market a little while and they're trying to get their number, but they can't figure out how they're going to get their number and pay off their existing lien and everything, right? Without paying to sell their house. So it looks like you guys are listed at 365. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that listing still live?
It's not currently. It actually just barely we just
Okay.
really took it down on this first.
No worries, no worries. That's actually sort of beneficial for us. Like we still want to work with you guys, but a lot of times, because this is an FHA, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of times we have to do some creative things with FHAs to get it done. I'll talk about that in a minute. So you guys are listed at 365 where you were. The mortgage balance is around 328,000, correct?
Around there, I can actually log in if you'd like me to.
Yeah, I mean, rough numbers, right? And then there's a down payment assistance for 16,000.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So are you guys familiar with agreement for sale, that term, agreement for sale?
I'm not personally.
Okay, so you're both licensed agents here in Arizona?
I am. Daniel's a seller.
Oh, okay. Oh, Daniel, hi. I'm sorry. I thought I was talking to his partner, Dodo over here. I told you I was sick. No worries. Awesome. Okay. So this is great.
So I've heard of it. I've never actually had a transaction where I've done it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the way that an agreement for sale works is the same way when you buy a car, right? When you buy a car, you don't get the title. You buy the car and you get the title as soon as you pay the loan off, right? So in this case, we're going to do it on an agreement for sale contract because of this down payment assistance. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. And what it does is we're going to purchase the property without transferring the deed. And then we'll transfer the deed as soon as the down payment assistance falls off as a second position. And so the way that looks, and I can send you, Ty, I can send you over what the agreement for sale contract looks like, because I know that Derek had sent you the SubTo contract. It's very similar, right? I always say agreement for sales are like the OG of SubTo contracts, because basically a subject to is the same thing, as in we're taking over the payments of the existing mortgage, but we do transfer the deed in a subject to. In an agreement for sale, we don't transfer the deed. And so in this case, you would still be the person on title. You would still hold the deed in your name, Daniel, but we would continue to make the payments on your mortgage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I know that Daniel sent you, so Derek sent you 2 contracts. So there's the 2 addendums that we've gone over, or that I don't know if he's gone over them with you, but that he sent you, that'll be the same addendums for the agreement for sale contract, but there will be a different contract that comes through for us to actually purchase the property. And what's interesting about this contract is that that's the contract that actually gets filed. So when we do record the deed, that is not getting recorded. There's no recording of the deed. You're actually just recording the agreement for sale contract. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Sort of.
Makes sense on my end.
Okay.
Okay. As long as that happens, that's good.
Yeah. And so this is unconventional, right? And honestly, this is a really good market for us to do these types of things, because now we don't have 500 people fighting for over asking cash offers, and it's tough to be a seller in this market, right? Obviously, you guys are feeling that. So it's one of those things that we can come in with tools that other people can't come to the table with, because we have these different contracts that have been prepared by our attorneys to do this specific type of transaction that not everybody's doing, right? And so, Ty, was there anything off of those contracts that you originally saw that you had specific questions on, or does it make sense? I mean, really, we're just taking over your existing mortgage and making those payments on your behalf, right? The mortgage stays in your name. We're just making the payments.
Yeah, on my end, I didn't really have any questions on it. I know I probably wasn't the best at explaining it to Daniel, kind of how everything works. So that's where Derek said you'd be good to talk to, just to.
Yeah,
you're doing,
I mean, I think
what it is, taking over the loan.
Yeah, I think that it gets made complicated sometimes by people when they just don't understand, because typically we would just go out and get a loan. In this market, it really doesn't make sense for us to go out and get a loan with these high interest rates, right? So you scratch my back, I scratch yours, right? I get you the price you want pretty much for this house. You don't have to pay money to sell your house. I get your agent paid, and then I get a house with a good interest rate, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So next steps for us is I'm going to send you, actually, I'll probably have Derek send you the agreement for sale contract. It's very similar to the subject to contract. But it's going to have some different verbiage, right? It's going to say basically we're going to put a third-party servicing company in place, which is West Star Pacific Mortgage. So they're a third party here that's going to hold a pre-prepared warranty deed that then gets recorded after we execute on the agreement that we write up. And so that way, later down the road, once you haven't talked to us in a year or two or whatever it's been, I don't have to track you down and have you sign a deed to actually transfer it over to us. So we get this third party servicer involved. They hold it. They abide by the agreement that we put in place. And then on that agreement, it'll outline exactly what we're doing. We're mirroring the exact payments that are in place for your property. And I think that's what we're doing on this one, right? We're just taking over the existing lien. There's no additional information that I need to put on there.
Nothing that Derek and I talked about.
Okay. Perfect. Daniel, did you have any questions?
Just about like maintenance mostly.
Yeah.
Am I still expected, since I own the deed, to pay for things that need to
No.
happen if it's being rented out?
No.
Like that?
And I think this is such a interesting thing that comes up because I have sellers ask this all the time, right? They're like, okay, so the loan's in my name. Does that mean I actually sold the property? And the reality is you did, right? This is a way of transferring ownership. The agreement for sales, also known as contract for deeds in other states, are a way of transferring ownership of a property. We will now have equitable title in the property, which means that the equity that is gained from us paying off the lien and also from, over time it going up in price, that is our equity, right? It's no longer your equity because you've sold the house to us. In this case, because you have down payment assistance, the only reason we don't transfer the deed like we normally would in these transactions is because the down payment assistance doesn't allow that. So the down payment assistance program that you used for that $16,000 down payment, they're watching closely on your loan, right? And if we transfer the deed, they would come and say, hey, now you owe us that money, right? And that's basically what's causing you to have issues selling your house right now, because you'll have to pay that $16,000 to sell it. And so we're going to wait that out. And as soon as that down payment assistance falls off, then we'll transfer the deed, but we'll have a third party servicer in place that makes sure we follow through on what we agreed to do. And then you have a warranty deed that's been pre-prepared for us that the servicer holds.
Okay.
Makes sense? Sort of?
Yeah, it's essentially me getting a sale, but the conditions need to be met before it's actually finalized and can be finalized.
Exactly. Just like when you purchase a car.
But it needs to have.
Yeah. Just like when you purchase a car, right? Like you're telling that lender when you purchase a car, hey, I will pay this much for the car. But you have to pay that much for the car until you get the title, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So it falls, I didn't even know that it fell off. So or do I have to take whatever I make from you guys to pay the loan?
So I'll have to look at what program you specifically use. They're all a little bit different. So most of the time, especially here in Arizona, which is where I'm licensed, it'll be 3 to 5 years and then it falls off. It'll have, when they pull the title on your property, it'll have a specific date on there that it says when it's done. So like I've seen many recently that are like, it ends in February of 2024. So our agreement with you will say, hey, we're planning to pay this full loan. We will transfer the deed before we pay it. But our agreement with you is that you're going to hold the loan and then we'll pay on the loan over this period of time. And then we'll transfer the deed as soon as that down payment assistance falls off.
Okay.
Yep. Any other questions? So like, you don't have to maintain the property. You don't have to do anything with it, right? Like we'll do everything with it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Everything, taxes, HOA. And so in that original contract, and even in this contract that you're going to see on this agreement for sale, it says specifically in there, and I can go over the contract with you again, but I will say there's things that like the attorneys have written in there that I'm like, why did you freaking write that? Right? Like it makes it so annoying to reread this contract. But the reason it's written in there is because this loan is in your name, right? So because the loan is in your name, your loan requires you to have insurance. So the attorneys wrote in there, hey, the insurance is the seller's responsibility, just like the loan is, right? Because the loan requires you to have insurance, but we're going to take care of all of that. So I'm like, we of course want insurance on this property. And if we're paying your mortgage, we have to pay insurance on the property. So it makes it confusing when you'll see this, but Exactly.
Exactly. Below. So,
So makes so much sense. Yeah. So I'll
all I
send
have to
it.
understand is that
Go
when
ahead.
this is done, I'm stop free
Yep.
as long as I don't do anything drastic and stupid to mess the process up.
Well, and so
Everything's good.
that actually brings up something really interesting about these. So there is, and that's another thing that'll get brought up, is there's something called a due on sale clause. The due on sale clause, and I didn't want to overwhelm you, right, with this first conversation, but there is something called a due on sale clause that the lender says, if you transfer the deed, so when we transfer it in the future, if you transfer the deed, we can accelerate the loan. The way we deal with that is we just go back to the original executory contract, which is this agreement for sale, and we transfer the deed back into your name or both of our names. So, and then always, pretty much always satisfies it, right? And if it wouldn't satisfy it, we would just get a new loan for the house. So it wouldn't be a big deal.
Okay, but nothing come back on me. Like
No.
I just don't need to be protected on what I should
Yeah.
think about, protect myself on, stuff like that.
Now, I always suggest that you find counsel. Right now, you have an agent that I don't, obviously, Ty, I'm not going to say you're super familiar with this, but, you have an agent that probably has maybe some other people at his office that might be familiar with SubTo. This is a very normal, common thing that people learn about in real estate if they're doing real estate investment, but it's not like the traditional real estate way, right? In the traditional real estate world, you just get a loan, you buy the house, it's done, right? We've had to think of new creative ways to do these things with this increasing interest rate right now. So this is really why we're doing things like this more often right now.
Okay, it's basically like a legal loophole.
Yeah, I mean, and ultimately, like, all of our contracts are drafted by attorneys. We have securities attorneys in place. Like, we literally have done everything to make sure that we're protecting you and us and making sure everyone's done things the right way. And it sounds like you're on board to continue to cooperate with us. The only thing that ever causes me problems in the future when I do this is when the seller falls off the face of the planet and stops communicating with me. So as long as you don't do that, then we should be fine.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm good. How tuned in is the other person, Ty?
Are you talking about Derek?
So your question again. How tuned in is Amy? She hasn't met with him or anything. I just kind of gave her kind of the same conversation we had over text, and she was fine with it.
If I need to have
as long as there's no kind of interrupt with her as well, because I can't contact her. So yeah, as long as we're all good, I think I'm good.
I can have another conversation with her as well, Ty. If that needs to happen, I'm happy to do that.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you know if she needs one.
Okay, great. So I think next steps for us is just to send over the contract that we will be using now that we know that there's down payment assistance on this loan. And then you guys review together. If you have any specific counsel, a financial advisor, an attorney, whoever you want to review it with you, go ahead. And then if they have specific questions, happy to hop on another call and answer those questions too.
Ty can read through any of the pattern that happens to be in there for me because I can't understand it. But
it's pretty, it's pretty
to see what kind of money we make off of it.
Yeah.
Is it individual or is it as a lump or?
Yeah. So I will have actually what I like to do, and I'll do this and I'll show you guys, is I like to do a side-by-side comparison of what you would have made if you sold traditionally on the market and paid all your commissions yourself and paid all of your fees yourself. And then I do another side-by-side showing you what your offer looks like and what your net that you made looks like with our offer. And so I don't like to start there because people are usually like, that's too good to be true. They're like, I don't like that. That's too good to be true. But for me,
Ty came to me initially, so
yeah. So that's definitely what I get a lot. I think I get a lot of people that shut it out of their mind because they're like, there's no way this is freaking real, right? No way. So, but we do it all the time, and I'm happy to discuss any other questions you guys have after we send over this new contract. Sound good?
Yeah, I'll be sure to read through it and see what's going on. Is it listed in there, the money, or no, it's not? It's separate.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Is what we make listed in there in that contract, or no? You said it's
yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be, absolutely. But I will show you an actual breakdown of it too, so you can see it better that way. Because I know the contracts, when you put all the numbers in there, it's not kind of like, okay, well, what do I get out of this?
And as long as you guys end up splitting it between the two owners, because if it goes to one of us, we're not able to contact, so like.
Oh, yeah.
Almost can't give it to the other really, so.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I deal with this kind of stuff all the time. So I've actually had to track down people's ex-wives before. So I have no problem figuring this out for you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, all good. All right, you guys, if you guys don't have any other questions, then we'll follow up after a review of the contract, and then that'll be probably next week, I would assume, or maybe this weekend.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Well, you have a great day.
You too, thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Great job. So I walked in halfway through this. So it sounds like there is a down payment assistance program, which makes it not a great candidate for SubTo. Guys, you will literally, if you are not a SubTo student, you will literally never learn what an executory contract is. But what Molly is doing is she's going to make it an executory contract. In the state of Arizona, an executory contract is called an agreement for sale. In other states, it's called a contract for deed, an installment sale, land contract, sale of interest, bond for deed in Pennsylvania. All sorts of states have different names, but high level, it is called an executory contract. I missed the front end of that. How did that call go, Molly?
It was great. I can hear myself in my own head. So I'm trying to and not listen to my own voice in my head.
Derek, what are you doing with that deal, bro? Are you going to keep that one?
What's a wrap it?
Are you going to wrap that?
Mm.
Unmute yourself,
Unmute,
MLB.
Beth.
No, I thought you guys could read lips.
Oh, dang. Or
Yeah.
you give us baseball signals, bro. Like, I'm on first base. Go to this, do that.
Right. I know, I should.
Yeah,
Um,
What do you, did you just say, I'm going to wrap it by telling me in
Yeah.
baseball lingo?
That's what he said.
Yeah, simplified it. I don't know what we're gonna do. Look, Molly knows better than me, so.
Who wants to buy a deal? Who could Derek wholesale this to?
What I
Who
would
wants
do,
to buy
Derek,
a
is
deal?
I would wrap it and have my team, Molly and Allison, go through the paperwork on the PACE studies Wednesdays with the SubTo students, so everybody
I
can
already
watch you wrap the
planned
deal.
pace. What do you think
I
I'm
was
doing?
planning on another one.
What's the next one you're calling on?
This one, they're ready for a contract. This one is a straight SubTo deal in Colorado Springs, where the agent's down. He doesn't want to be the listing agent. He'll just be a consultant and just take a fee. But he worked into the contract that if there wasn't a buyer's agent, then he would get 4%. And so he's taking part of the 4% and giving it back to the seller.
There's no reason to even talk about it, right? All I want to know is what number the seller's getting, what number the agent's getting, and do the numbers work? I
That's
don't
it.
care how he wants to think of it in his head.
Yeah. So it's like 9,500 to the agent, 5,000 to the seller, and closing costs.
For those of you guys that are saying I would love to work with Molly, I'm sorry, guys. Molly is not working for anybody or working with anybody except for mastermind students. And then she does help some SubTo students on Wednesdays. So if you are not a SubTo student, sorry. If you are not a mastermind student, out of the question. I'm very sorry. Molly and I are busy taking over billions of dollars of multifamily. We have no time for any of this shenanigans.
I know.
Okay.
Thank you for helping little old me, Molly.
I know, Derek. Derek's killing it though, you guys. I can tell you right now, Derek has gone out there and just brought leads and been able to explain it enough to get people to this point where they're like, okay, I think I'm open to that. I don't quite 100% understand, but I think I'm open to that. And then a second conversation really pretty much seals the deal.
But it doesn't happen overnight. Like, it's taken a long time to be able to explain it to where they don't think I'm word vomiting the majority of the time.
Just so you know, somebody said, does Molly need an assistant? Actually, Molly and I decided we do need to hire Molly an assistant for our multifamily business. However, I am no longer hiring people that do not have experience in what I specifically need. I am not interested in teaching you how to do a job that I'm paying you for. Okay. What I've been doing for a very, very long time is hiring people, paying them to learn. And it takes them 6 months, 3 months, 4 months. Jamari, if you do it for free, that means you don't have value. No offense to you, but don't ever offer to do things for free. Learn how to do it well and charge for it. That's what you should be doing. If you do not have experience in managing multifamily and dealing with administrative stuff in multifamily specifically, you're not a candidate. We are not looking for somebody. Is it mandatory to use a third-party servicing company? That is a question you should answer. We should get answered in SubTo training. Okay. I'll do it for twice you're willing to pay, but give you 4 times the value. Isaac, do you have 5+ years in multifamily management? If you don't, we are not interested. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Is it possible to join your buyers list? Maybe for my students. Molly and I don't have a buyers list. We gobble up everything we touch. We're a monster.
You want to buy a deal in Casa Grande? I'll throw that out there for Derek because that was that deal right there. If you want to buy that deal, let Derek know.
We'll Molly and Allison will help Derek wrap this, and she'll show this on the Pace Studies Wednesday Zooms inside of SubTo private Facebook group.
Derek, break down the numbers of what the entry fee on this one's looking like.
Which one? The one,
The Casa Grande one.
the Casa Grande one, like we were going, like the seller was fine with like $3,000 to the seller.
Is this the next
And
call
that's what
coming
he
up?
asked. You guys, that's what he asked at the end. Did you hear him ask that? And I was kind of like working around it with, so he's asking, what am I going to get? This is going to show what money I'm going to get. And I didn't know that number, guys. So instead of me being like, I don't know, I was like, yeah, contract's going to outline it. I'll do a side by side. I'll do a comparison to show you what you would have made if you listed it traditionally, or what you wouldn't have made, right? And what you're going to make doing that this way with us. And so I think that if you don't have the answer, right? And we saw that with Adriana there, where she paused for a minute because she didn't have the answer. Sometimes just being like, yeah, absolutely. You know, we'll get that written in the contract, or we'll write that up, and we'll have a conversation about that next time, right?
So that one was like 10,000 to the agent, which would have been their commission. And there was no number for the seller, right? Because they were coming out of pocket. So it's either he's okay with whatever we tell him, or
That's
or not.
fine. That's fine. We can work those numbers in it too. So, you know, if it's a few $1,000s to the seller, that's pretty good. So basically what you're saying is you're getting into this house for under $20,000, guys. He's
Right.
getting into this house for under $20,000.
Yeah.
We have another call, right?
Yeah, he's
Yep.
ready.
Okay. 3:30 right now.
What's the objective of this one?
So this one, we've already sent the contracts. He's like some contract guy. He's super cool, but he's gone through the contract. He's got a couple things he'd like to change. One, some of the verbiage in the contract says it's not listed with a broker. That's why he's okay with now being considered a consultant. Then he doesn't have to pay a brokerage fee. He wanted 15 days to vacate. And then he was basically saying if the insurance lapses, then the due on sale will be called. I wasn't going to get into technicals with him.
Yeah.
I want to
basically-
be the one on the call.
You want to call him?
I'd love to.
Call him.
Yeah,
All
are we
right.
calling him directly? Derek, do I call him directly, or are you calling him through three-way? I don't mind calling him directly.
Either way, do you want me to call him and then three-way you in?
No, I prefer to hold the phone myself. I have control issues.
You can hold your own phone.
Yeah, you're holding your own phone.
Yeah, what do
Yeah,
you-
no, I know, but I want to be able to, like, I don't.
Guy's
What do you
gonna
have?
try
You have
and
an
call you
Android,
back.
don't you, Derek?
Really?
No, he doesn't.
I'm sending you his number right now.
Pace, this is a free event, dude. Are you sure you want to call sellers on a free event? I feel like you could charge a lot for this, dude.
I mean, Molly's sitting here sick as a dog calling sellers and doing her magic. I can't just let her do all the freaking work.
You know what I think? It's like Pace is trying to compete right now.
I think so.
Pace is trying to
Always.
compete.
You know, the
with me.
funny thing is, did Michael Jordan ever have to really compete?
Pace just compared himself to Michael
Yikes.
Jordan.
No, I don't need to. I just am. That's it.
I love it.
Who doesn't compare Pace to Michael Jordan?
Does that make me Kobe Bryant?
That makes you LeBron.
No, I want to be LeBron.
Well, LeBron's still alive, so we want you to be LeBron. We love you too much.
Yeah, somebody email Molly a headband.
Yeah. You might have to go a little bit bald though.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it back a little.
Okay, so we've got in 30 minutes, what we're going to do is we're going to have Molly walk through a cash wholesale contract. Adriana and Newsome, how have your guys' calls been going?
I have a follow-up call that Daniel is going to do for me on Monday.
Okay.
And
What, on the nightly dial?
Yes, the answer is yes.
Okay.
And I just got off the phone with another agent who, the seller is not motivated. It's a beautiful house. She's willing to wait. She's already turned down deal, asking prices. It was a long story, but made a great rapport with her. She was eager to have me come up and visit. And I told her that I would at some point. And when I did, I would hit her up for coffee. And she said, please send me your information.
Amazing. And what about you, Newsome? Have you gotten anybody that you've moved forward with?
Yeah. So I actually just spoke with an agent a little bit ago, and he has a property that was listed. It's been on the market for about 170 plus days.
Ooh.
Yeah, long time. So he
Ouch.
said that they're just really kind of stuck on that price. We talked a little bit about getting him that price if they were willing to, speak about terms. So he said that they might be interested. He'll bring it up to them. So we've got a follow-up call with them tomorrow.
Amazing. We need somebody to submit an offer to today. That's what we need.
Let's do it.
Here's what we want to do. Everybody in the chat, here's what I'm going to do. The first person that has a seller or an agent, okay, the first person that says they have an agent ready to go, willing to accept an offer from, you have to be somebody who's never made a call today before today, and you've never made an offer before today. Okay. The first person starting right now. Okay. This isn't in the last hour or last 2 hours. Sorry. Welcome to life. I'm going to make it cold hearted. Starting right now in the next 30 minutes. If you can prove you made the call between now and the next 30 minutes, whoever gets the first offer to be sent out, I will fly you out to Arizona for the TV premiere of season 2's Triple Digit Flip. I will pay for that, put you up in a hotel. You don't even have to be a SubTo student. It does not matter. Okay. Can you guys tell Molly's going through it today? Look at her. She's like popping her jaw.
I can't hear my freaking ear, you guys.
She's drowning in her own mucus. You guys can't tell. She looks great, but she's full of mucus.
I have a question.
No, they don't have to accept the offer. I said, I need somebody who says, yes, send me an offer. Yes, Adriana.
So this last one that I spoke to,
It doesn't count. Make new calls.
even if she asked me for an offer?
Yep. Welcome to life.
Okay.
And the wise words of Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately?
Boom.
No, I'm talking about the other one. I thought that was part of the deal, the first agent that asked us to send them an offer.
Well, you haven't gotten that. I asked you and you didn't tell me that you had one.
Well, she said to send her an offer, but I kept digging and I saw that it was not motivated. So
Adriana's fighting for this.
Okay,
trip.
Adriana and Newsome, I'm gonna give you guys first chance. If you guys can't get somebody on the line in the next 30 minutes that says I'm willing to get an offer, I'm gonna then pass it on to the audience. Okay, so audience, you are fighting against Adriana and Jonathan. Who's gonna be making calls while we do this? Give me a yes. The offer can be the most dog shit offer on the planet. I don't need an accepted offer. I need somebody to have an agent say, yes, I'm willing to accept an offer. And I want you yes, you screwed up, Adriana. Welcome to life.
Okay.
Get on it. It's go time. Let's do it. I'm going to call this guy. Thanks. Bye. Newsome, go get it done, bro. I want to see your beard at the premiere. Okay, Derek, you texted me. Is it a green bubble or a blue bubble? I can't remember.
Pace, I wanted to call this guy. What the heck?
Funny.
It's Doug Wolf, right?
Yeah,
And he's the seller?
he's the agent.
Oh, he's the agent. Okay, great.
I think Pace doesn't like my audio.
Hello, this.
Hey, Doug, this is Pace. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm calling on behalf of Derek. Just wanted to make sure we got any questions answered on this deal.
Yeah, I think we pretty much took care of everything. I went through it line item by line item and explained to him, you know, what my understanding was, or our understanding. I can't speak for on behalf of my client, but that is the direction that we're going. And I just had to, for myself personally, just make sure that some of the mechanics were taken care of.
Amazing. So were there anything, just to touch base, was it like due on sale clause or any of that kind of stuff were the main issues?
Well, we talked about that just in kind of circular terms. I mean, one thing begets another. The only thing that I had a question was a part of the contract that said that at the buyer's sole discretion, and I'm paraphrasing now, but that's more or less it. At the buyer's sole discretion, he may keep the insurance in force and et cetera. And I was explaining to Derek, I said, Derek, that could trigger a due on sale clause in a nanosecond. So, you know, you guys have to be really careful about that.
Right. We always switch out the insurance, just so you know.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Just as long as it remains insured. I'm not, you know, telling you that it has to be done any particular way. I'm sure you've done this once or twice. So, you know, I'm guessing that you made a couple of errors and you learned from it and moved on.
We did. You know, the first time I got the due on sale clause called on me was about 7 years ago, and it was insurance related. So we learned a couple of things along the way. I appreciate you knowing that.
Yeah. I'm fairly well versed in contract law.
I love it. Yeah, we had, so what we do, and the reason why we have that in our contract is that we keep his insurance in place when we close escrow and transfer the deed. And then usually within a week or so, we then will replace his insurance clause or his insurance policy with a brand new insurance policy, add your seller as an additional insured, but we will become the main insured on the property.
Perfect. That's a logical way to do it.
Love it. All right. Anything else? Are we ready to move forward?
I think that basically kills it. Let's pull the trigger.
Let's get it done. I appreciate you tremendously.
All right, man. You just get that contract over. I'll get my seller to sign it. I don't know. Do you need us to notarize it here locally, or how do you want to handle that?
No, sir. We don't need anything notarized, I don't believe. I think the only thing that we'll need notarized is potentially a power of attorney, but we can do that once we've opened escrow.
Okay, sounds fair enough. And just one last caveat. Are we going to make me a consultant in the deal and therefore avoid, you know, going through the company and et cetera? Or do you want to make me a real estate broker? Because we were talking about that one particular clause that says there is no real estate broker involved. I prefer to go the consultant route, and I'll tell you why. That way I don't have Dora with a microscope going up my ass.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want anything up my ass either.
Okay. All right. And I hope you don't mind the vernacular, but I've done this for 42 years.
I can tell. I can absolutely tell.
Quite. Not quite. January it'll be 42 years, but I've been around the bases a couple of times and I know what to do. And well, as I told Derek, and he kind of got a chuckle out of it, I said, I don't walk on water, but if I know where the damn rocks are, I can look like it.
That's so good. I'm going to steal that. You mind?
Well, that's okay. You can call it a Dougism if you want, or you can call it your own. It makes no difference to me. It's just
that's so good. What city do you live in, Doug?
Colorado Springs.
Oh, that's a great town. You guys blew up the last couple of years.
Oh, let me tell you, we've blown up. Holy smokes. We're outstripping our infrastructure, I'm sorry. But my biggest concern is water, just like everybody else in the West.
Yeah.
We're going to have to start thinking 50 years down the road instead of 10 or 20.
What do you think it is? Do you think desalination is like the way to go? Like import water from ocean?
Freaking man. I mean, if we have the wherewithal, why don't we just do it?
Because we're busy sending our money overseas.
Well, I'm not going to get on a soapbox, but you hit kind of a hot button with me. I mean, I'm not at all pleased by the way things happen to be going at present. But you know, we will get into that at another day over cocktails or something.
You know what? I'm gonna be in Colorado Springs in April next year. We're gonna do a deal. I'm gonna take you out for a steak dinner to celebrate your 42 years in the business. I appreciate getting to know you, and I can't wait to get this deal done.
Well, let's do it, brother. Let's make it happen.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. Anything you need, just call me. I'll answer.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Ahmad says he has an agent ready. Hey, great job, Derek, having that teed up dog. That's called an alley-oop.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. I think
What's
it was
funny
done
is like
before.
you're Scottie Pippen, you're headed straight towards the basket and you're like, I'm not quite sure I'm going to make this layup. And so you throw it over to me and you let me dunk it. Like, why? You could have just made the points
He
yourself.
does.
Dog.
This is Derek
did.
in an epitome of Derek.
Why are you overthinking it, dog?
Bro, teamwork makes the dream work.
I agree. You're such a baseball guy.
But your
You gotta have a
analogies
team to
be moved over to baseball.
You got to play a little bit more golf sometimes. Sometimes you can go out and play golf by yourself, you know. Baseball is like, can you play baseball by yourself?
I won't go there, but yeah.
Okay. Love it. Okay. Adriana and Jonathan, I'm going to unmute you and I want to hear how we're making progress. We still have 15 minutes before I pass it over to the audience. Do you think I'm being cruel, Quijano?
Yes, and I love it.
Okay, I am being cruel. In 15 minutes, what I want to do, Molly, let's do this. Let's take the next 15 minutes. We're going to give Adriana and Jonathan Newsom the ability to go through. I've got Ahmad Niazi saying, I have an agent ready to take a SubTo offer.
There was two before him too.
Amazing. So guys, we have people cranking through and making phone calls right now based on yesterday's homework. Who is brand new today that you missed the Elephant Challenge beginning, which was 2 days ago? Type in knucklehead. Type in knucklehead. Okay, that's what you should be typing in, knucklehead.
That's hard to spell.
I know, it's ironic because knuckleheads can't. Oh, I love it. You can spell knucklehead. Okay, guys, you missed out. We did 2 days of this leading up to this. We gave people homework. We trained people. I kind of feel like we should be doing this again. Do you guys feel like we should do this again? But maybe do it for an extra day. Maybe do 4 days instead of 3 days, so it's not so fast and so condensed. All right. All right, couple of things. Housekeeping rules. We've got Molly's going to open up and show you guys how to fill out a contract here in 15 minutes. We are going to be giving Jonathan and Adriana 15 minutes to see if they can get somebody ready to go. I'm going to give them first shot. And if they can't, I'm going to pass it on to the people in the, to the comments. The winner, the person, Ahmad, I will give you first crack, Ahmad. We'll see if this is real. I got to talk to the agent myself though. Okay, Ahmad. So get that agent prepped up. Say, we'll give you a call in 20, 30 minutes. If Adriana and Jonathan Newsom, okay, if Adriana and Jonathan Newsom have not gotten that far yet, okay? So in 15 minutes, Molly is going to show us how to fill out a contract. Actually, no, right now she's going to show us how to fill out a contract, but I want to do a couple of housekeeping rules for the next 2 minutes. Golden ticket event coming up. If you are a SubTo or Astro flipping student, you are invited to the golden ticket event. Please email Melissa at SubTo right now and tell her you need to be at the golden ticket event. It will be insane. Okay. The golden ticket event, this will be the last time I ever do the golden ticket event. Will be on December 2nd. It will be over. It has gotten too big. We have no space in the building. It is crazy. December 2nd. Last time. Julie Burkhardt just says, it's awesome. I get to see Julie on Monday. I'm excited to see Julie in Dallas. I've always, I had this goal in my life. I was like, I need to have friends that own rivers. And when I met Julie Burkhardt, I got it. I checked that box. But
You can't even be a friend if you don't have a river, I think.
Seriously, dude.
Yeah.
She hurt her tailbone the other day too. She was like, she can't even sit down right now. Okay, so that's number one, golden ticket. So please email Melissa. If you are asking me what Melissa's email is, that means you're not a SubTo student. Okay, you should know Melissa's email. Okay, Carmelita, if you are an Astro flipping student, unfortunately, because the golden ticket event is my event I put together, I am only allowing 50 Astro flipping students to come to this. 120 SubTo students are going to be coming to this. Kihano, myself, and Jamil are going to be running this. 170 people in our office. Golden ticket event. It will be epic. The next morning, pay attention to this. Kihano, do you have a waiting list available? A Google sheet or something that
I
you
do.
Okay, let's put the chat on pause.
All right.
Pay attention. This is the first time I've ever announced this. We are going to be doing an in-person boot camp at my house for 4 hours on Saturday morning, December 3rd. It will be a sales boot camp ran by Daniel Quijano. It will be in person in my house. Quiet, quaint, intimate. Quijano, please put the link in the side chat for people to get on the waiting list. We want to make sure it's going to be small. Here's what's cool is if you guys come to the Closers Boot Camp, what you're going to get also is the ability to go to the TV premiere that night at 5 p.m. You'll be able to see the Grant Cardones of the world, Tarek El Mousas of the world. You'll get to meet a lot of amazing people that are in my world, friends of mine. More importantly, you get to see the Outlaws perform, who used to travel and write songs with Tupac. They will be our performing artist for that evening. Mastermind students, Derek, you are one of them. Jonathan, you going to be coming out or what?
Absolutely.
Okay. Quijano, you will be coming out. Adriana, I already told you are coming out. Mastermind students will be given VIP seating for the premiere. Can't wait to see you, Derek. Derek's like, crap, I might not be there. I might be playing for the Oakland A's on that day. I'm not sure. December 3rd.
That's a Saturday?
That's a Saturday, brother.
I got a red eye that night, but I might show up for a couple hours with
the red eye. The thing's at 5 o'clock, dog. You got plenty of time. The red eye is at 11 o'clock. You're good. You need to come out.
All right.
Okay. Guys, the link right there is in side chat. You'll see it's like https://bit.ly blah, 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 Closers Boot Camp. All right. Make sure you get on that waiting list. We are going to only allow a certain amount of people. It's my personal house. I only let badasses in my personal house. Okay. So please, by the way, Quijano, you might want to take a minute and go put it on YouTube as well. We've got a good 300 people over on YouTube. So go put it on YouTube as well. Guys, this is great. We got 1,700 people watching. We are going to have Adriana and Jonathan. Hopefully one of them are going to have an agent that we can submit an offer to. Molly, are you ready to show us how to fill out the 3-page wholesale contract that Sean St. Clair, our attorney, put together?
Oh, you want the 3-pager? Hold,
Yeah,
please. Sorry.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it. 1 second.
Okay. Denise Abrio says, Pace, how do Astro people get in? You guys have a different community coordinator. So our community coordinator for SubTo, who is our #1 community coordinator in SubTo? Fill up the chat. Tell me her name. No, it's not Carly. Carly does not work for SubTo. Carly works for she's our community manager for Facebook and YouTube and our warm media. Melissa Bracamonte. She is our community manager for SubTo. You guys, as a SubTo student, please reach out to Melissa and tell her you need to be at the Golden Ticket event and the TV premiere. Okay. What I need is the Astro students. Ooh, I want to get a deal in Mapleton. The Astro students, who is your community manager in Astro flipping? Not Jamil. He's the brand face. Do you guys not know? Hannah, please. Hannah, is it Hannah? Okay. I love it. Sharon Lee Smith says Jamil posted the rule. So go into your Astro flipping private Facebook group. Okay. Pace, discuss DSCR loan. Jonathan Johnson, I will do that. Or maybe I already did on my YouTube channel. Go type in Pace Morby, DSCR loans. You'll see a whole video all about it, breaking it down. All right. All right. Adriana and Jonathan, are you guys doing okay? Are we getting closer, or do we need to move on to Molly for 10, 15 minutes?
I've been getting a lot of open door, but I'm just plugging them away.
Oh, perfect. Because we know every no or not answered call is closer to a yes. So keep cranking
Absolutely.
away. Molly, let's open up that contract. I'll give you co-host capability so you can share your screen.
I need to know, I never use this contract, so it's in the Dropbox, I'm assuming?
You want me to share it to you?
Yes.
Okay. Why does Molly not ever use this contract, guys? Is because this is a cash contract, and does Pace waste his time with cash deals right now? And no.
I literally don't know even where it is, guys. Literally don't know where it is.
We rarely do cash deals, guys. We are focused entirely on creative finance right now. So hold on.
Oh,
a
wait,
sec.
is it the wholesale contract?
Yeah. It says wholesale new.
Oh, new.
I'll pull it up. We rewrote it for the Gators to make sure that it's Gator centric. I call it the wholesale contract new. Actually, it's called the wholesale contract new.
New.
Every time I update it, it's just new.
And so like the 50th time, you'd be like, you have to count all the news to make sure you know that this is the newest one.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I just gave you the Dropbox link on the side there.
Okay.
Everybody else can also get it. We've given this wholesale contract away multiple times, but let's open this up for everybody. I'm dropping this wholesale contract in the side chat for YouTube as well, everybody.
What? You're giving it away on YouTube?
I'm giving away to everybody.
Wow.
I mean, here's the thing, guys. If you guys have wholesale educators, people that you've paid wholesale education to, I can tell you my contract, I will arm wrestle them. Our wholesale contract is 10,000 times better than their wholesale contract. In fact, tell your friendly neighborhood guru, Pace challenges you to a cash off. We know more about cash deals than your cash educators know about cash deals. So our wholesale contract is unbelievable.
Pace, I do a lot of JV. I have some people that are not in SubTo that send me JV deals, and some of these contracts,
they're trash.
I'm like, what is this? Did you go get some crayons and put this thing together?
Yes,
built with
they did.
Legos and spaghetti sticks.
Yes, they did. They did that. Yeah.
Well, my mentor charged me $15,000 that he says is a good contract.
Yeah. No memorandum on the contract. Can I cloud title? No, you can't.
No, dude, sorry. Molly, you want to pull that up? Or how about this? You want me to pull it up? Or you
No,
got
I'm ready. I got it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So
Don't
guys,
mind
this
all
is a
that.
3-page contract. This is a contract meant for cash deals, and we're going to be submitting some offers today. I want all of you guys to pay attention to Molly. She's going to show you how to fill this out, what is important, what's not important. She's going to go through this. Please, this is the time to pay attention while other people are making phone calls and trying to win the award and the prize. Please pay attention. Take notes. We are going to be submitting offers today.
Okay, this is Adriana's deal, or whose contract is this?
Let's we don't know yet. I hope it's Adriana's, but she has 10 minutes to make that decision.
Oh, okay. So you just want me to go through the
type in
contract.
123 Main Street. We're just going to show people what a contract looks like and how to fill it out.
Okay. All right. So obviously address, APN number. These are self-explanatory things. If you don't know where to find an APN number, this is your parcel number for your property. So you're going to go to your county assessor website, or you can go up and go to
Molly, I have a confession to make.
Yeah.
In all my years of doing these deals, I've never filled out an APN number in my life.
That's wrong. You should not do that. Pace Morby.
But I usually rely on a Molly to do that for me, or my title company. Is that possible? Or should I absolutely have the APN number before I open escrow?
I think you should put the APN number on here only because that's always going to happen in a traditional contract. So if you're working with an agent or anyone else, they're going to want to see that on the contract. It's basically saying exactly what the address is again.
Okay, let's do a practice then. So the property we bought on 6001 Southern?
Yeah.
Let's type in that address and let's show people how to find an APN number.
Okay, I'm going to go to Maricopa County Assessor.
Okay, so guys, Maricopa County is where we live. You all wish you lived in Maricopa County, but you do not.
I know.
Unfortunately, Maricopa County is the best. Look at that. That's our town, guys. We have mountains. Welcome, guys, in Texas, did you know that there is such thing as mountains? Okay. We have mountains. It's beautiful. She's going to the county assessor's office. So if you guys want to look for an APN, you go obviously to your own county assessor's office. Okay, so type in Pinal, or I don't even know what other counties are. There's only one county in my life. It's Maricopa County. Okay, so here it is. She's going to pull this up.
Oh,
Are
that's
those
not the right
tabs
one.
open at the top, by the way?
Leave me alone.
She has a tab problem, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna cheat really quick, you guys, because I need to cheat. Sorry. I'm gonna go to the MLS.
That's okay. Yeah, there you go. Cobb County for the Paces Ridge project. By the way, who is involved in investwithpace.com? I have a secret to tell you guys. I believe the accredited investors, if you have not already become an accredited investor, I think we're overcommitted on the accredited investor side.
Way overcommitted. That's not me being full of poop, you guys. That's literally way overcommitted.
Who is not on investwithpace.com and does not know about invest? Yeah, unaccredited investor. In about 10 days, we're going to be releasing that, just so you guys know. We will let you know.
Yeah.
We will be doing a follow-up Zoom on this, probably about 10 days or so. So if you are not on the list, get on the damn list. Investwithpace.com. We are acquiring 500 units together, and you can invest as little as $1,000.
So this is the county assessor's website. Because this one had a unit number, I put unit 30 and it didn't pull it up. It just wanted me to say 30, which is why I went to the MLS.
Molly, can you zoom in a little bit? People with their little phones sitting there, they got magnifying glasses. There you go. This is looking good.
This is the parcel number up at the top here on mine. Now, it'll say APN or parcel number on your county assessor website when you're looking for it. So on this specific contract, that's where I would find this parcel number. It's also going to have your legal description right here. Now, if you're filling out a contract, typically what you want to do is you want to go find that deed that's filed for the property, which is also on the county assessor's website. And you want to look at the legal description that's on the deed, right? Which is, see attached exhibit A right here. And so I would screenshot this long version of the legal description and put that on my contract. If that's what I was doing, like if I was doing an executory contract or something, that's what I would do. In this case, where we have the 3-page contract, it says as stated in the commitment to be provided by the escrow agent. That's because you're doing a cash sale and you do have an escrow agent involved. Some of these transactions we don't close with an escrow agent, so I won't necessarily have them provide that for me, right? Because there won't be a commitment. So APN number, county assessor's website, prop stream, those types of things. Same place you can find the legal description. The longer form of the legal description will be found on the previously filed deed, the correct version of it. Here, we're going to put in whatever your earnest money is. Typically, we're going to do anywhere between $100 and $500 on a wholesale transaction, just because you never know what's going to happen, right? Things could fall apart. Rather lose $100 than lose 1,000 or more, right? We'll say purchase price is 300,000. This is just numbers I've made up, you guys. These aren't real numbers. Close of escrow, it just depends on your seller, right? Typically, I'm doing closes anywhere between 2 weeks. What I do like to say here is I like to say on or before. So I'll do on or before for the close of escrow, so that you can always say you're closing on or before that exact date.
Zoom in on this one too. We got people that they really
Sorry,
like these.
guys, are we still having trouble? Hold on.
I think anybody over 20 starts having a squint. I don't know about you.
Sorry. My son is not over 20 and he's blind, the poor kid. So I don't know why this got stretched out, but the name of your escrow agent here in Arizona, we use Clear Title Agency of Arizona. So there you go. Address, escrow officer, in our case is Danielle Pendergrass. I'd put her email in here because I can't remember it off the top of my head, but email for your title agent, the seller's name, pretty self-explanatory, your name as an entity. Another thing for inspection period, guys, if you are going to do an inspection period, always put business days. So standard for a traditional real estate contract is going to be 10 days, but it's 10 calendar days. That's including weekends, that's including holidays, 10 calendar days from when you stop. If you put business days, if there's a holiday or a weekend in there, those don't count. So it gives you extra time to kind of flex and work with it.
Okay. And Adriana, are you on the phone? Give me a thumbs up. Are you been talking to an agent right now? I think she put me on mute.
You're
Jonathan
muted.
Newsom, are you on the phone call? Give me a thumbs up if you are. Amazing. All right.
Multitasking.
Kihana, will you do me a favor and put the link in for the boot camp one more time, just so everybody has that link while I've got the chat on pause for a couple of minutes?
Yes, sir.
All right. Escrow fees and costs. Typically, we as the buyer are going to pay 100% of those, just because that's how we barter and negotiate, right? Is by paying 100% of those fees. Also, we're going to pay for the title policy if there's a title company involved. And then we're also going to pay for any of the HOA transfer fees. So typically I'm doing that. If anybody's wondering what I'm using a program called Doc Hub. It's completely free. It can also be used as your signature platform. And I like filling out contracts in Doc Hub because it makes it really, really easy. Purchase and sale of the property. These are all standard disclosures that you'd see on any of your purchase contracts. This was basically going to say we have clear title, we have inspection and access to the property. If we cancel during the inspection period, which is why you want an inspection period, our $100 that we outlined on here as our earnest deposit would be released back to us if we canceled within our inspection period. If we didn't cancel within the inspection period, then it would be forfeited to the seller, right?
Will you change the earnest money to $1,000?
Yeah,
I don't want to train people that they should be doing earnest money at 100. We talked about this yesterday. I personally think if I'm an agent, and Molly's been an agent.
If you're talking to an agent, yeah. If you're talking to an agent, you should make it more. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Molly, you've done a lot of listings. If you got some wholesaler that sent you a contract with $100 EMD, what would you say?
I'd be like, I want more than what I would have asked originally. Like I probably would have been okay with 1,000 originally, but because you put 100, I'd be like, I want 5,000.
Yeah. Or what is standard? Like 1% for an agent, right? Typically 1% of the purchase price is standard EMD.
Honestly, most contracts that I receive have anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000, unless it was that crazy market with 2020 where people were putting like 50 grand down for EMD. Traditionally, it's $1,000 to $3,000 most of the time.
Okay.
It might be different with like uber multi-million-dollar properties. That wasn't what I was in the market of selling back in the day, guys, just so you know.
Jonathan Newsom and Adriana, I'm giving you 5 more minutes, and we're going to then, if you guys don't have somebody send an offer to, I'm going to pass it over to somebody in the comments. We've got 1,300 people making calls right now. Is everybody making calls right now? Let me turn on the chat. Are you guys making calls right now? Remember, what is the prize? The prize is if you have an agent that we can send over a contract to, an offer to, first person, Pace is going to pay for your flight and your hotel to come out to the TV premiere of season 2 Triple Digit Flip on December 3rd. Eddie Ramirez, I will not be buying 2 tickets. I have no money. Molly is zapping it all up with multifamily purchases. We have no money.
He blames it on me.
I had a conversation with my wife. I was like, I'm not quite sure if we can pay for groceries this month. We're buying too many multifamily deals.
Good thing she's a badass realtor and she can bring in your money for you, Pace.
That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Ahmad, I'd love to see you. I know Ahmad is a SubTo student. I'd love to have Ahmad there. So Ahmad, I hope for your sake, Jonathan and Adriana do not win the gold, but I'm kind of feeling good about Adriana and Jonathan. So let's see what happens. So Molly's on the cure notice part on the contract number 9. Cure notice is very, very important. We don't need to go into that today because we have lack of time, but cure notice, you should always have that in a contract. Make sure you have it in a contract. Number 10, no oral changes or misrepresentation. You have to make sure that you write anything in, you have to have it in writing. Okay. No verbal stuff. It has to be expressed inside this contract. Number 11, any and all notices, demands, etc. Okay, great. Here's where the magic sauce is in the miscellaneous. Okay. The magic sauce. Number 12.2, it says assignment. The buyer may assign this contract or any of its right hereunder to any person, partnership, corporation, or entity without notice to the seller. That's gangster. 12.3, very important. Can you guys tell we have been through a few things a couple of times? We know how to write contracts. Our attorneys know how to write contracts. Buyer's ability to market the contract on the MLS is 12.3. Okay. Guys, it doesn't matter. Cade Davis, that's an overthinking question. I don't care. I want a cash offer, a creative offer, whatever it takes. I want offers. I want everybody today submitting an offer. Okay. And then this is another really good one. 12.6 memorandum of contract. This contract gives you the ability to file a memorandum. Okay. Ooh, look at this. Robin says, I've got an offer. Cool. Cool. Let's move on. And then it's contracts. It's basically signatures. That's it.
Yeah, the cash contract is too easy for me. I think that's why I don't do it.
It's too easy. Like you could literally have this done in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you use Doc Hub and you don't even, what's so funny is we got money. Well, we don't really have money. It's all tied up, but maybe that's why you couldn't upgrade to Pro. Is that why you couldn't upgrade to Pro? Because we have no money?
Yeah. No, I don't need Pro. I have DocuSign.
Because you are the Pro.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you put your name or the name of your LLC? Let me ask you a question, Greg. Why would you go through all the trouble of starting an LLC to then try and buy a property in your own personal name?
Touche.
That's like that's like buying your dream car and then coming home and handing the keys to your wife and go, hey, here's your car. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Loving your wife.
No, those rims are getting scraped, guaranteed. Molly, have you ever scraped rims? Tell the truth.
I have.
Okay, we know. You're a woman. The answer is guaranteed yes.
Well, my husband did it more than I did. And my Mercedes, in my old Mercedes.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
I swear.
I'm going to give him a hard time next time I see him.
You should.
Okay.
And one time he had the repair guy come out before I even saw that he did it.
That's a smart husband.
Yeah.
That's even smarter wife that caught him. Okay, let's pull this contract down. This is super easy, guys. You can fill this paperwork out and you can send it off. I want to send off an offer to somebody, okay? Adriana and Jonathan Newsom, how are we doing? Give me some good news.
Oh, Brittany has a great question.
If an agent says we can't use this contract, do we have them use their own contract? Yes. What we do is we submit the offer through this contract and we say, hey, if you don't like this, no problem. Just show the offer, the numbers, the close of escrow date, all that stuff to your client. And if we like it, send the contract back to me in your own contract. I don't care what contract we use as long as it is the price, the terms, and blah, 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 blah that we want.
Yeah.
Okay. The only contract that we absolutely make sure we have is if a seller or an agent says, I want to use my own contract, we say, no problem. We want to use our SubTo addendums and our seller finance addendums on top of your contract. Okay. What's link for SubTo? Alfonso. Carly, do you have a link for SubTo? Everybody keeps asking, is there a link for SubTo? Can Carly put that in here? Carly's off.
Like to sign up for SubTo?
Yeah. Hold on. I always tell people, find a SubTo student and have them refer you, that you have a higher likelihood of getting in. We get a lot of people.
Can you just go to subto.com?
No.
What?
You cannot.
You got to know the secret handshake, Molly. Not everybody.
I
can get
gotta
in.
make this so exclusive, bro.
It's like Fight Club.
Can you, Molly, you can tell a difference between our students and non-students, can't you?
Oh, 100%.
It's because we make it exclusive.
You guys, you have to fit the core values of SubTo in order to be here. And I can tell you right now, that means you're just cool, right? You're just a cool, go with the flow person. And every single one of you that are SubTo students that I've met, you fit that, right? And when they don't, it's like, peace. You don't fit here.
You don't even see them for more than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It is everybody here in SubTo has an Audi belly button. That's actually the filtering mechanism we use. And the secret handshake is us, our Audi belly buttons touching.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
I know.
Oh, I can see Corbin saying something like that when she gets older. You know, when Pace does these things, I'm like, because he's like getting ready to say it, and you can tell he like knows he's going to say something weird,
Like
and
a
his face
3-year-old.
turns into Corbin's face, like he's going to do something naughty in a second. You know,
I'm like a little kid. Buyer's name of the land trust I established to purchase property. I'm holding property LLC is the owner of the trust, not holding property then LLC. Monty Henson, please do not use land trusts. I don't know who you learned that from. It's probably somebody old school that teaches land trusts. Please stop using land trusts. That's an old school methodology. Land trusts have gray sideburns. That's how old they are. Okay. Land trusts are used for very, very specific things. Okay, Carly, she just put the link for SubTo in the side chat. The reason it's called Pace Approves is because you are here with us. We are go in there and see if there's an open spot in your city. Okay. There's certain cities that are not open and there's certain cities that are. A city that's not open, Atlanta. Another city that's not open. I won't go on. People will then get all butthurt and sad. Just go in there. Atlanta's not open. I'm sorry, guys. A bunch of other places are not open. Very sorry. Albuquerque is closed because you shut it down, Quijano?
I shut it down. Do you need anybody else out here, bro?
No, you're like 8,500 people right there, just in that one spot.
Heart emoji.
Okay, cool. Adriana and Jonathan, I want to unmute you. I want to see how it's going. I think Jonathan's on a call. Adriana, are you on a call right now or no? Adriana.
Hello.
Hi. How are we doing?
I got another call. The subject property that I called, it wasn't working for, but actually the agent was at a real estate conference. And so when I was describing, or we were talking, he says it probably wouldn't work for this, but there's another property that it may work for. I'm going to shoot you, just send me your information, and this is the address, and he gave me the address. So I already texted him back. And so I told him that we could talk over the weekend or Monday after his conference.
Okay, amazing. Adriana, the good thing is you're already coming to the Golden Ticket event, so you don't need to worry about it. Jonathan, are you coming to, oh, he's on a call. Let's get a mod up here. I like Derek being on here as a panelist because then he can type in the side chat and make jokes. It's good. I like his comedy. You can tell he's hung out in a lot of dugouts, guys. Okay. Let's get a mod up here and let's see if we got somebody we can submit an offer to. Ahmad, give me something good. Trick or treat.
On my feet.
Let me send somebody an offer to eat. Ahmad, what do you got?
Hi, everyone.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
Ahmad, show me your right arm's muscle. Show me your muscle. I need to see it. Boom. I like Ahmad just bumps out both of them bad boys. Ahmad, what do we got? Are we going to call an agent, submit an offer? What are we doing here?
First of all, this is my first time in a Zoom in front of you all. I'm a SubTo student, and I just talked to this agent. She's willing to accept a SubTo offer with a 10-year balloon.
What city?
It's in Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, I want this deal.
And this is a beautiful property. I can text you the address however you want. And I have the email address for the agent. So she's ready.
They're ready for an offer.
They're ready for an offer.
Okay, so Molly's going to want to fill out this contract. She'll fill out everything but the actual address because we don't want to show it on an open thing because, you know, there's the non-SubTo students. Unfortunately, guys, I've gotten so many deals. Can I tell you guys a little story?
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little story. 2 Sundays ago, I'm doing Sunday service, and I'm proud of myself because I've got this deal in Houston, Texas, that's 1 day away from being under contract. Molly and I have a scheduled call for this thing the following Monday. Okay, Molly doesn't even know about it. It literally is popping up on Saturday. I'm excited about it. It's a SubTo deal, 65 unit deal in Houston, Texas. Like no money out of pocket. We just have to stop the seller's foreclosure on the multifamily deal and the property is going to be ours. I'm like, great. Let's set up the call for Monday morning. Molly and Allison will stop the foreclosure. We'll gobble up another 65 units SubTo. This will be great. Well, unfortunately, I freaking zoom in on the property on Sunday service, and somebody who's a non-SubTo student calls the seller and says, this guy's talking about your property on YouTube Live. This is why we don't have nice things.
Yeah. Who does that? If
Non-SubTo
you're out there
students.
right now, who are you? Why are you here?
Haters, bro. Haters.
You can't sit with us.
You can't hang out. We're the cool kids in the back of the bus. You guys can't come hang out back here. This is why we don't typically show addresses on YouTube Live or in these open challenges. We kind of want to keep them secret. When we are doing private SubTo Zooms, we obviously do a lot more. Here's the contract. Here's the thing. Here's the seller's information, because you need that information to truly understand the full scope. Unfortunately, we can't trust the non-SubTo students, unfortunately, but we do our best. Okay. So Ahmad.
Yes.
What should we put in the contract?
Let me share screen.
Okay. This is gonna be the first deal that I'm ever doing.
Okay, so Molly, I don't want to show the creative finance contract on this open Zoom. So let's pull the creative finance contract off. What I want to do is I want to show people how to submit an offer with our cash offer or with our cash contract and write in some additional terms and say this property be subject to. Following acceptance, we'll give you guys an addendum. Let's type something in there that will make it so we don't have to go through the SubTo contract. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
I don't want to show the non-SubTo students the contract. And
guys, I've done this on a traditional contract. So what I would do, Ahmad, in this case is just say, hey, I sent it to you on just a 3-page contract that's short. But if you want to prepare this on your contract and then sign some addendums that just say you understand that we're purchasing the property subject to the existing lien, then that's how you'd handle it.
Okay.
Let me get back in here. Here we go, wholesale contract.
Just so you know, Pace, it looks like when I paste the links on your YouTube, it's not giving me permissions. It's not
what do you
letting
mean?
me. Everybody's saying they can't see the links. I tried to post the both links, the bootcamp and your SubTo link, and everybody's saying they can't see it. Not sure why.
Really?
Okay, Ahmad.
Yes.
What did you guys discuss? Obviously, we're going to keep earnest money at 1,000 just because I think
Text
that's
your link to me, Kihano, real quick, and I'll put it on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
I talked to this property is almost like 39 days on Zillow.
Okay.
And he did a price reduction 3 times actually. And I went to this I saw this property also once when they posted initially. And I called it today and I offered a SubTo offer since it was a long time. It's still in the market. And she said, that's something that we might be able to do it, but let's send your offer so I can present it to the seller. And if they agreed, we're good to go.
Okay, cool.
So
Great.
that's yeah, I have that's how I talked to this agent, and here I am.
So are you wanting to did you just discuss with her like, hey, we're just going to make an offer subject to the existing lien? So is it going to be like the offer will be TBD basically? So in this, I'll just put TBD by escrow. And I'm going to put TBD by escrow because basically they're going to get a final payoff for you that says what your exact amount is that you're purchasing the property for, right? You're going to know what the mortgage balance is, but right now you don't know what the mortgage balance is.
Yes.
It's in Texas, so we'll determine later. I'm going to put TBD for the escrow agent, but we'll figure out somebody to use in Texas. Seller's name, I'm not going to fill in. Buyer's name, it's going to be your entity name here.
Okay.
So if you want to share your entity name, you can. If you don't want to share your entity name on a live Zoom, you do not have to.
I just set up actually my entity with a Prime Corporate Services.
Here's what we should do. I want to do this the right way because I don't want to teach Ahmad. I don't want to teach Ahmad this way because Ahmad's a newer student. Ahmad, here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Tomorrow's Saturday, right?
Yes.
Okay, tomorrow, come into my 5 a.m. Zoom. Where are you, Dallas?
I'm in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay, I will be on Zoom tomorrow at 5 a.m. I will fill this contract out for you on the SubTo contract at 5 a.m. So we just do the contract properly. Mm-hmm. You win the award. I'll buy you a flight. You're coming out to season 2, triple digit flip. Great job, Ahmad. Proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Jonathan Newsom, I would like to also buy you a flight to come out and spend the day with us. And Adriana, I would also like to buy you a flight, not just get you a ticket. Can I buy you a flight?
Can I come hang out?
Yes, we want you to hang out. Are you kidding me? You're hanging, dude. You're going to be chilling with me the whole day.
I am?
Yeah. Well, part of the day.
I
Okay.
changed my flight already.
You change. What do you mean you change your flight?
Remember I told you I had bought the flight the day that you mentioned the 16th. I was like manifesting it before I even,
Yes.
right? And so yesterday, when you and Daniel dropped the ball on me about December 2nd, as soon as we got off the Zoom, I was switching everything up. So I got the fight.
Okay, we will reimburse you. Adriana, email Molly and we'll get you reimbursed. Okay, Jonathan, buy your own flight and I will reimburse you. Ahmad, buy your own flight and I will reimburse you. Okay, reach out to Molly.
Appreciate you, brother.
And then Ahmad, come out to tomorrow's 5 a.m. Zoom before I fly out to Orlando, and I will fill out this contract. We'll submit this offer for you. I saw a couple of people that have a cash offer to submit. Okay, who has a cash offer to submit? Let's get you on here. Okay, Robin Eschler. Okay, Robin Eschler, you were the first person to say me. Let's get Robin Eschler up here, and let's get Molly to walk through. Hey, Ahmad, I expect to see you a lot more in our private Zooms, my brother.
Sure. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Pace.
Okay, for all the SubTo students that you have SubTo offers to submit, come in tomorrow. I'm going to walk you guys through the SubTo contract. We've done it a dozen times, but I'll do it again live for you guys tomorrow at 5 a.m. And I'll walk through with Ahmad and we'll actually fill that all the way out and I'll show you guys how to submit an offer, okay?
That's awesome.
Andrew Thomas says, I signed up for a SubTo program this morning. Andrew, you are in for a royal treat, my friend. Monica says, I love how Monica says, what is SubTo? It's this new flavor of candy bar. It's unbelievable.
Extra nougat.
Extra nougat. Chunky.
Okay.
Super chunky.
Yeah.
Ahmad, I'll see you tomorrow morning, my brother. Okay, so, and Adriana, do you mind if I keep you in Pace prison for a little while or do you want to be released?
Nope, I'm fine.
You want to hang tight with us? Be with us?
Yes.
Okay, so who was it that I said we were going to bring up here? We're going to bring up Robin Eschler, right? Congratulations. By
Carly,
the way,
post the link again.
who, what?
Carly, post the link again. People are asking for that link. There you go.
For that. Okay, got it. Okay, Robin, come on board. I think Robin's an agent, but I'm not quite sure. Robin, are you an agent?
No.
I love it.
Can you
Robin,
hear
can you
me?
turn your video on so we can see you? And
I've been trying to figure out how to do that this whole time. All I've got is the speaker settings. I don't have anything that says camera.
Okay, got it. Well,
Are
I
you
guess
on an
we're gonna-
Android?
Yeah, are you
Huh?
on an Android?
I'm on an Android. No, I'm not.
Oh, dang it. Robin got us. She got us. She got us. Okay, Robin, we're going to do this old school, okay? We're not going to bring you on. The reason I like you being on camera is that it allows me to spotlight you. And also everybody gets to know you. It's a benefit, right?
Yeah, I don't mind being on camera. I'd love to, but I can't find it on this. I've been looking for it for 3 days now.
You're in
Can you
California. What
request-
city are you in?
I'm in Santa Barbara County.
Speak to me in normal American language. What like city are you in?
Well, it's a little tiny town out on the coast called Lompoc, which is west of
Oh, yeah.
Buellton
There's a
and
prison there.
Solvang. Yeah, yeah, that's one way to think of it.
It's a really cute town. It's kind of like it's north of
No,
Santa.
no, it's not a cute town.
It's a farming town, right?
Yeah, it's a farming town.
Yeah, it's cute. I've been through there a couple
Yeah.
times. It's a super cute town.
It's a very rural little community, and I love it.
It is so
It's got
cute. I
great
drove
weather.
through there on my way to get married. It's a cute town.
On your way to the prison.
Well, I knew it was in a prison because I had a guy that spoke on stage about securities violations, and he said I went to prison for securities violations in Lompoc, California. And I was like, who lives in Lompoc? And then I drove through it 5 years later to get married. I was like, this town is cute.
Where
It's a
did you
great
get
town.
married?
I got married in the most beautiful city in all of California, Carmel by the Sea.
Oh, of course, it's beautiful up there. I used
Right
to
on the
live up
ocean. I played Pebble Beach the morning of, walked right off the 18th green, got my suit on and got married right on the beach. It was great.
there. Yeah, it's gorgeous up there.
It's pretty spectacular. All right. So Robin, everybody give Robin a warm welcome. Tell her that she's appreciated for being on here. Great job, Robin. We are going to submit an offer. So Molly is going to take your instructions. She's going to fill out your cash thing and we're going to submit the offer right now, live. Can we do
Okay.
that? Do you have the agent's information?
Yeah, what I told him is that we'd get back to him on Monday with the offer, but if you want to do it now, that's fine.
We do it now.
Okay,
We do it now.
okay. So it's in Utah. And it's, let me find the address, 72 West. Hold on, I gotta move something.
No
around.
address. Don't give the address.
Just
Oh,
give us
okay.
just give us the city name for right now, so just so we can see it. And then what we'll do is
Erewhon.
marijuana.
What?
Erewhon.
Oh, heroin.
P-A-R-O-W-A-N.
Oh, I thought you said heroin. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll leave,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
we'll leave our EMD at 1,000 here. I'm sure you didn't have that conversation when you talked to him, right? Normally you don't have that conversation, right? Normally you just submit it, and then if they have a problem with it, then they'll let you know, right?
Right.
Purchase price. What were you talking to him about for purchase price?
Well, he wants, they want full price, of course.
Yeah.
So it's $339.
Now, what's your plan for this property?
Wholesale.
I'd like to turn it into an Airbnb, frankly.
Oh, cute.
Okay. Sweet. What'd you say close of escrow? Did he talk about how quickly you can close, or do you want to do standard 30 days?
No, I didn't get into any terms with him at all.
Let's
At
do
all.
here's what I would do. Okay, on a cash deal. All right, I would do close of escrow 45 days.
Okay.
And I would do an inspection period right now, especially since you're out of town. I would do an inspection period of 20 days. And if it comes up in the conversation on Monday and he goes, that seems really long, say, well, I live out of town. I got to figure out how to get there. Not that you have to go there. I'm just saying, say that so you have a longer inspection period.
Right.
Okay. That's what I would do. Out of town, I always get a little bit longer inspection period, and I always just justify it like, well, I'm an out of town investor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay.
I'll give you guys a pro tip. Never close escrow on a Monday or a Friday. That's a big mistake I see these wholesalers make. Never close escrow on a Monday or a Friday, because everybody's submitting their offers over the weekend, because that's when everybody's doing open houses. Title companies get bogged down. Mondays, Fridays, they're just scrambling. So I always try and close on a Wednesday because you have flex.
Love that. Okay. Molly, zoom in a little bit for the people with Androids.
Sorry, guys. I also have a really big screen, so it's no one's fault that I have this huge screen. Okay. I don't know who you would use for escrow out in Utah.
I got a good one.
Okay.
Let me pull one up. She said this was before your time, but I had, do you remember Ashley, right?
Oh, wait. Are you talking about using that agent that we had to get the EMD back from?
Yeah, she was great.
Oh, yeah. She was really great.
You want to use her?
Yeah, she was awesome.
Okay. Let me.
I don't know if they work in Parowan.
They'll do it. They'll do the deal.
Okay.
Okay. The title and the title company
What's
is
her name?
Julie Tilton.
That's her. That's the officer. Julie Tilton.
Yep. julietilton.biz@gmail.com. I don't know why she uses that email address, but she does. Okay. And it is Novation Title. Let me pull it up. This is actually one of the escrow officers. Molly, I'm going to send you an image. Okay.
Yeah, she was super cool.
Yeah, they were great. They were like, this seller sucks.
I know.
We want to get your money back.
That lady was crazy.
Yeah, I learned some lessons on that one. That was our fault. 100%. That was our team's fault. And that was
when you didn't have Molly looking over these things.
That is correct. That is absolutely 100% is correct. You were like, I don't know my place here yet. Which company am I in charge of? And I was like, all of them. You're in charge of all of them.
Do I handle that? Because I can. I don't know if I should.
I just sent you Christy Bowdish's contact card to your text.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so I would just put that all in there.
That's who you're using is Christy Bowdish.
Yeah, sorry about that. While she's typing that in, guys, we've got Dan Quijano, the Closers Bootcamp. People have asked for it a couple of times. It is in the side chat. I put it on freeze. This will be at my personal house. So if you're a weirdo, please do not apply. Okay. If you wear eye patches and you have a wooden leg and a hook for an arm, you're a pirate. This is a pirate-free event. Okay.
I
No
would
Toms
have at
allowed.
Derek's house. Whoa.
That's discriminatory, sir.
It is.
Yeah.
Toms are allowed.
Okay, I won't put the seller's name. If you want, are you purchasing in an LLC?
I will be. I don't have one established in Utah. I just have my holding company in Wyoming.
You
That's
don't have
perfect.
to-
Here's what I would do. Okay, for this, I would put the name of your holding company, and then once you get your LLC established, you know the contract is going to get approved. Assign the contract from your holding company to your new LLC in Utah after you have PCS set that bad boy up.
Now, Pace,
Okay.
you don't have to have an LLC in that specific state to purchase properties in it.
No, technically you don't. I prefer to. I prefer to if we're going to hold the property for a long time, but you don't need to. Here's what you do need 100% is you need to make sure you are licensed to do business in that state, and you will have a foreign entity agreement. So like when I buy properties in Texas, I actually don't have a Texas LLC. I have an Arizona LLC that is owned by a Wyoming holding company. And my Arizona LLC has a business license in Texas and also a foreign. Here, I'll pull it up. I'll actually show you guys. This is good.
Yeah, because people ask me this question all the time. Do you want me to stop share?
I can pull this up. Yeah, it'll be good.
So people ask me this question all the time. Do I have to have an LLC in the state that I'm buying in? And my question is always no, because I know you don't necessarily do that with everything, but
I always get a foreign affidavit or a foreign sorry. I'm trying to pull this up.
wouldn't the title company require that though, Pace? Wouldn't they
Yeah,
say?
the title company creates it for you typically,
They
or
do.
applies for it for you. Yeah.
Okay, great. So just so you guys know, I think I've seen this before. I know exactly what you're talking about. If you go and you've opened escrow with your LLC that's specifically in a different state, then the title company will request that you fill out this form or do this specific thing that they're asking for right now, that Pace is going to pull up, so that you can satisfy that for the commitment, because they're going to give you a commitment for title insurance, and that's going to be something that's going to be on those stipulations.
These are all things that, like, as a new person, you really don't need to know. These are the things you have to learn just kind of along the way of like, oh, I didn't know this. Oh, I didn't know this. And you're like, well, yeah, you didn't deserve to know it because you haven't gone through it enough times. Right. And like even Molly, who's handled a lot of these contracts and a lot of these deals, like she sees these things, but she's moving through and cranking through deals. It's really not that important. So don't get over thinking of it. Here's my philosophy on this. Okay. As long as that state knows I'm in that state doing business and I'm not committing any flagrant fouls and I have a business license to do business there, great. The second I start buying 2-3 properties in that state, I then create an LLC in that state. Okay. And make it easier on myself. All right. But if I'm just buying one property, like right now, I would probably buy this property in my holding company. Okay. Or create an LLC where you're in California. That's the problem. California.
Yeah, I don't want to do one in California.
What I would do is maybe buy this property in your holding company in Wyoming. And maybe as you get a second or a third Utah property, again, are you working with PCS?
Yes.
Okay. I don't listen to me.
Ask them.
Ask them. Because I'm going to tell you what I would do. And then I'm guiding them on their job. And that's not what I should be doing.
Okay.
But what I would do is use the contract of your holding company. Once you get the contract, email your rep at PCS, costs you no money, and just say, hey, what entity should I buy this in? Should I get a new entity? Should I just do it in here? Pace suggested this, but he also said to defer to you guys.
Well, here's a little twist for you.
Ooh,
I
like
actually
this.
was considering moving to my first purchase in order to keep it for 2 years and renovate and then move to some, wherever I want to live. So I would consider moving to Utah.
If you move to Utah, you have to become Mormon, right?
You want to hear a funny story?
You sound
my
Mormon.
My ancestors came across from Nauvoo, Illinois in hand carts. My great
That's the most Mormon thing anybody's ever said to me in my life, right there. My ancestors came across the plains by handcart from Nauvoo, Illinois.
Yep. And it was quite the notorious group of a handcart group, which I won't go into. I just learned that myself. But I personally am not Mormon, but man, my family going back in my ancestry is major Mormon.
Do you have a strong hankering for Jell-O and ice cream?
Yeah, I was born in Salt Lake, and the first
then
12 years of my life.
If you wake up and you have dinner and you're like, man, I need to satisfy my sweet tooth, and you think of ice cream or Jell-O, you might be Mormon.
Yes, yes, yeah, I can relate.
Okay, so Robin, let's fill this out. So we're using novation title. Molly's already got this all dialed in, which is great. So the buyer, what is the name of your holding company?
Is it safe to give that on
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
on public YouTube?
Yeah, of course.
It won't come back and bite me in the
I
rear end.
give mine away all the time.
Okay, Swiss Family Holdings, LLC.
Oh, that's cute. Swiss Family Robinson. That's a great movie.
We can extend this inspection period out. Remember, I put business days here, so 10 days. It's technically 2 full weeks for an inspection period.
Let's do 20, just because she's out of state and the holidays are coming up. Let's do 20 and let's give her some time.
Thank you.
That's like a full month right there. If the agent balks at that, then that's just a negotiation point, right?
Yeah.
Escrow fees.
I'll tell you why I don't think he will. It's a home from actually 1950s, and it was built with cinder block. So I told him a story about a cinder block home I had in the past, and an inspection really is crucial for mold and other things having to do with cinder block homes.
Well, then he'll totally understand. He's going to think you're going to do all the intricate cinder block inspections for this property, huh?
Yes.
It's a pioneer house.
Oh my gosh.
Going back to her roots. I love it.
Paige,
you know what I would do here, Molly?
Yeah.
I would change this up. I want to be a little bit daring, a little bit crazy on this. I would want to see us do 50-50 on the escrow fees. So 50% buyer, 50% seller.
Yeah.
And give this for you as a negotiation strategy for Monday when you're talking to the agent again.
Okay.
And give them something to fight you on. Okay, this is the reason why we had Sean St. Clair draft this contract this way, is that when I feel like my offer is pretty good, but I'm just I want to make sure they feel like they won, I will relent and say, fine, I'll pay for all of those things, but I want to make sure it's a big deal, right?
Okay, so 50-50 on escrow, 50-50 on title policy. Is that what I'm understanding?
50% on
Well, there's nothing for 50-50 on the standard title policy on here.
And HOA fees, there aren't any. I mean,
okay, great.
Yeah, Parowan has never even heard what an HOA is.
No, it's a Mayberry. It's a throwback to Mayberry, but it's
Yes.
beautiful.
It is cute. It's a cute
Right
town.
at the
I'm a
base of
Utah boy. I know Parowan.
Brian Head. Huh?
I'm a Utah boy. I know this. I know the town. It's a very small, cute,
Yeah,
quaint
it's
town.
real cute.
I think that's it for this. So it'll just be signatures after that point.
Okay, cool.
So okay.
What questions
I have
you got,
whole bunch
Robin?
of questions. So it's a cash offer. So that means because I haven't looked at this to find out what the mortgages are or anything like that, because you spelled Parowan wrong. There's no E. There
She's
you go.
hungry. No, don't blame her. She's hungry. She's sick. She hasn't been
Oh,
eating.
there's no E.
She's
It's
thinking about pears
Parowan.
all day.
Here.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's Parawan, I believe.
No, it's I think, but let me double check.
Somebody
You know,
tell us how to spell Parowan.
I think you spell it PUND or PODUNK. Podunk.
I have it here. It is PAROWAN.
Love it.
I've even got the zip code. Do you want the zip code?
Sure, go for it.
84761. Good numbers.
Mm-hmm.
How
Okay,
do
so
I
you
get
said
the
I haven't
ATM?
looked at the mortgage numbers. If you're paying cash, what do you care? Why do you care what their mortgage numbers are?
Okay, well, okay.
Because in a cash
Now-
transaction, you're going to pay off their loan, right? So it doesn't really matter their situation, how much money they're going to have in their pocket. You're not really asking those questions in a cash transaction. The only time you really care about what their underlying mortgage balance is in a creative finance transaction. If you're paying cash, then you don't care.
Okay, so if I'm paying cash, then wouldn't I have to assign this to a buyer?
Well, you said you were going to potentially buy it yourself.
Yeah. But
Okay,
I
so
was
you got
hoping to do
multiple
it
choices. The
creatively.
way this contract is written is you could throw this on the MLS yourself. You could assign this to another fix and flipper or another person that wants to do an Airbnb, or you could just go out. Like we use a company called myinvestorloan.com. You can go and have them fund the 339. They'll also give you money for construction costs. You can go and spend money and renovate it and then refinance it, turn it into a rental, depending on what you want to do. How are you going, if you decided to buy this yourself, Robin, and you wanted to move into this, how would you end up financing this? Would you go to like a DSCR loan company, somebody that doesn't base
The only way that I've ever done it in the past is through a bank, and that's why I'm interested in doing it more creatively.
Okay, so if you're interested in doing it creatively, then this would not be a cash offer.
Okay.
Okay, a creative is non-cash, right? I might give them a little bit of money, but if it's
Right.
in Paro, how long have they had this property listed? Do you know?
Over 100 days.
Oh, Robin,
It's
do you want me to call this agent for you real quick?
Do it.
Well, I'll tell you what he told me. And
Okay.
being from Utah, you'll understand this, and knowing Parowan, you'll understand this.
Okay.
He is close family friends with the seller.
Yep.
There are 3 children whose mother died and left them this property in the family. They were vacillating between keeping it themselves and selling it. And it was originally at $359, and it's been 136 days on the market on the MLS.
Okay.
So, yeah, he said it's got a good roof. The furnace is new, but it's got some original stuff, and it has hardwood flooring, but the carpets need to be pulled up. It has a shop in the back. Anyway, it's a cute piece of. Plus, it's on a half an acre. It's not a lot.
Robin, I don't think I've ever seen you on any private SubTo stuff. Are you a SubTo student?
Yeah, you had me on the spotlight a week or two ago.
How did you figure out how to get the camera on then?
Well, because it was there available for me to click. It's nowhere on here for me to click. And I keep going over to the microphone and looking, and it doesn't
I
have.
love Robin. You're
Okay,
the
Robin, here's what I want to do. Give me,
I'm not gonna let him boss me around.
Robin, do me a favor.
Don't you remember, I'm the old lady that you talked to.
I remember.
A couple of weeks ago.
I just can't see you.
Well, I'd be happy to come on. It isn't that I'm not tech savvy.
Robin, I want to call this agent. Can I call this agent? I just want to say a couple things to this agent. Is that okay?
Sure. Let me pull up his number here.
Can you
text it to you?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, text it to me. Hold on a second. What the heck? Let's see. Ask to start video. Can you see a button? There she is. Oh, that's Carly.
No.
Dude, that sounded really deflating. Oh, that's Carly. I should have said that better. Oh, that's Carly. Is that better?
I figured it had something to do with being with 1,000 people on Zoom.
No, this is a webinar, so it's not like our traditional Zooms that we do inside of SubTo. So it is performing differently. Robin, let me message you privately.
Okay. Do you want my number?
Yeah, text me your number.
Okay.
Or no, tell me your number. Sorry.
Okay, 805.
Okay.
451. 4520.
4520.
It's in my signature.
I can barely. It doesn't show the whole thing. I see 8054. That's all I can see.
Okay.
At least from where you currently are on my screen. So I apologize.
Okay.
I texted you, Robin.
Yes.
Robin, send me a text with the agent's name and number, and I'm going to call them right now.
Okay. Hold on here.
I wonder if you change the attendee's view, if it'll change to letting her turn the camera on.
No, I'm sorry, got that wrong.
Pace, you know what I heard that they were bringing over in those hand carts when they came from Illinois?
Jello?
Lotion.
Oh, lotion. Lotion. Who was here? Who was not here for the lotion thing?
Figure out how to work that in, and that's good. That's a good one.
Were you
Hand
here for
carts,
that yesterday,
lotion?
Robin?
Huh? Yes, I
Were you-
was.
Oh my gosh, I'm such an
I
idiot.
loved it. I was sitting over here just cracking up.
There were
Like,
so
wow,
many
you're
lotion
like, my
memes
mentor's
afterwards.
an idiot.
Hello,
Hey, is this Todd?
it is.
Hey, Todd, I'm friends with Robin. Her and I are looking at potentially buying that listing she talked to you about earlier together as a partnership.
Yeah,
I wanted to start working on an offer for you guys, and I wanted to make sure that when I sent the offer over, it made sense to you. So that's why I was giving you a call, see if I could kind of talk you through the offer that I'm going to be sending here shortly.
okay.
So I've got 4 things. You've got, I think it's a family that's going through they already went through probate and they inherited the property. So they're kind of wavering whether they're going to keep it or sell it. Is that correct?
No, the family owns it outright, and it's there's no probate situation there.
Okay, got it. So the family inherited the property. They're
Yep.
they're for sure going to sell the property, right?
They are absolutely. It's active and it's listed.
Okay, it's been listed a good amount of time. Is the property okay? Is it in good condition?
Yeah, the property is an older home, but the reason why it has been on the market, we have received offers. They're just lower than what the family's willing to take.
Perfect. Okay, so that's why I wanted to call. So I'm going to send over an offer that has 4 different offers on it, and it's going to be a little bit confusing because a lot of people don't send offers this way. So I'm going to send. I'll send an all.
Why are you sending it that way anyway? Let me ask you, why won't you just send an offer for the total price with one ownership or whatever? Explain what you're thinking about doing.
So I will submit an offer all cash for sure. The traditional way that you're probably expecting. I will have that as an offer. I don't know where that number is going to come in. I don't think it's going to come in at that full 339, I think is the purchase price right now. But I'll submit it. So at least you have something to present to your clients. We also, a lot of times will partner with the sellers where we come in, we renovate the property, we spend money, get it up and going. We go list it for, let's say hypothetically $450 after I've spent the money on the renovation. And we partner on the exit with the agent and the seller to get it to a pristine condition. It's not a good fit for everybody, but I always like to put it on a piece of paper to make sure that you guys have it presented in front of you. Okay.
Yeah, I could present that to them. We'll present anything. It just needs to. They're older folks, and they like more of the traditional type offers, I would say. So
I totally get that. With the interest rates are going to bump up another 0.75%. I think their traditional offer is going to be a little bit more challenging as the holidays are on us. So I'll definitely give them the traditional offer. I'll give them the partnership offer. And then another way that we also submit an offer is we will submit a seller finance offer, which will be at their full asking price, but we will ask for terms. Again, not a perfect fit for everybody, but if they're looking for a high exit price, their top line number, we make sure the agent gets their commissions, we pay the closing costs, we pay the seller the number they're looking for, we just ask for terms associated with it.
all right.
Have you guys had any conversations about anything with seller finance at all yet?
We have. I actually talked to Robin about that, and they said that they wouldn't be interested in that just because of their age, and there's 3 family members that would need to be evenly split amongst. So, or 4, 3 to 4 is on there. So, yeah, that was the challenge. So.
Yeah, I get it. We've done a lot of deals where there's family. We did one where there was 6 people involved one time. They said the same thing, but after 3 or 4 months of us just following up and saying, hey, we're still here. Keep us in your back pocket. Keep us in your back pocket. About 4 months later, they called us back up and they said, hey, let's revisit this. So I just want to make sure it's out there. You guys have the numbers to compare it. And even if it's a month, 2 months later, or even in January, I just want to make sure you guys have those numbers in front of you. So I'm going to submit an offer, all cash, a partnership option, and a more creative solution for the sellers.
Right. I'll take a look at that and we'll get it presented to them.
Awesome.
Once I receive it.
Do you have any other listings that you've got that are on the market for a good amount of time?
Not for homes. I've got farm properties that are huge investment properties, but not homes that's been on the market for a long time. No, we've pretty much cleaned out of everything up here. So
Got it. Are you running into sellers that have properties that just aren't a good fit for the market?
sometimes we do, yeah. But most of them, we just haven't ran into that problem. But yeah, I mean, it's out there. I do real estate all throughout the state, so I'm not just in Cedar or St. George. I'm all up and down I-15. So
you're like up in Ogden and Provo and all those areas.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I sell a lot of development property. I do water rights consulting.
You're joking me.
Help people with that. No.
That's cool.
So I mean, tell me a little bit about you and where you're from, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I was actually born and raised in Utah, moved to Arizona. We own about 3,000 units all over the country. Utah is our favorite state to acquire properties in. And so we're always just looking for opportunities to pick up.
We've got a lot of properties that are great investment properties right now to build, for build outs, fully entitled.
Are you like in Cedar area?
Yeah.
I've got a great builder in Cedar. Man, that'd be great. Can you text me those or email me those?
Yeah, I'm driving and I've got a couple of meetings tonight with some clients, but I'll see if I can send that over. Remind me of your name and I'll save you in my contacts.
Pace. My name is Pace, like pacemaker or Pace pecani sauce.
Yep. Easy. Yeah, easy.
Amazing. I will text you my info just so we can follow up. I'll send over an offer sometime over the weekend on this property. Worst case scenario, we do a deal on another house.
All right. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Thank you, sir. Have a great night.
Watch for it. You bet. You too. Thanks, Pace.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, cool.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Of course. So let me show you something that I like doing on some of these types of situations. And I'm going to tell you something I teach to the students a lot, because this is where Mona says you make it look so easy, because it is easy. Just kidding. It's not. Hey, Jonathan Newsom, what's your son's name?
His name is Liam.
Liam, where's your beard, bro?
I don't have a beard.
Not yet.
Hey, Liam, is your dad's beard real?
Yes, it's real.
It looks like a black bear sitting on his face.
Does he color it? Does your dad color it that color?
No.
Oh, he's a straight gangster. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Liam,
Robin, great job.
beard
Here's what I want to show you guys.
behind
This is
you.
how I will submit an offer in these types of probate situations, okay? Whenever you have a family, and by the way, they'll go, oh yeah, they're not interested. Okay, well, what have we learned? We've learned that the deals are in the what, Quijano?
The deals are in the, somebody help me out.
Follow up.
Relationship.
Well, relationship would be a good answer too, but the deals are in the follow-up, like follow up, follow up. So I want to give you guys a really cool thing that I give to probate attorneys or probate agents that are representing a family. Even though they didn't go through probate, they are a very specific probate-esque type of situation. Multiple different family members, older, unapologetic about the number they're asking for. And so he's doing is he's like, yeah, they're only interested in a cash offer. Okay, bro. They've been on the market over 100 days. Interest rates are going to go up another 0.75% in December. They're going to go up another 0.5% in February. Is this family going to get a cash offer in the next 4 months, guys?
No.
Zero possibility. It is 0.0 possibility. So Robin, this is an amazing pipeline follow-up. And also the second I realized like, this is a great follow-up, I planted the seed with him to have a specific type of conversation about these 3 topics. I'll pull him up in a second. I then deviated and was like, what else do you have for me? Okay. Now,
Yeah.
Robin and all the other SubTo students do you see the second I say, well, we own a couple thousand properties all over the country. You see, he like, I own more properties than that man will ever hope to in his life. So the yardstick measuring contest, who wins? Okay, so now there's no more conversation of my credibility. You see how fast he goes. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I was born and raised in Utah. We buy properties all over the country. We have 3,000 units, looking for more. That was literally my introduction of myself.
Right.
When you say you own properties, this is where the value of like investing in a deal with me and Molly comes in play. Being able to say I'm partnered on over 500 units totaling over $100 million all over the country, it brings credibility that shuts people up immediately. Did you see that? Did everybody see that happen?
Yes.
Okay, this is where the value is. When people are like, oh, if I invest $1,000 in your multifamily deal, what's my return? Gotcha. I just showed you the return right there. What are you talking about? Sorry.
You could
Sorry
instantly say I have 300 units.
I think it's 494.
Well, not for the Rexia.
Oh, okay, got it. So you can instantly say I'm involved in a deal this big, boom. Or hey, I'm a partner on over this many units all over the country. However you want to say it. And then you have your website, and then on your website has pictures of the units. Boom. What you got for me, dog? What's that? What else you got for me? Nothing. You don't got anything. I just gave you the measuring contest. You lose. Okay. So what I then want to do is I want to make sure I have a specific thing to do to have follow-up. So let's go to Giancarlo. Giancarlo, I have this amazing email that I set up with him. And when I sent this email to him, this is probably 5 years ago, I started doing this. And he says, dude, I've never seen anybody send an offer like this. I love this. You make my life easy. Okay. I'm going to show this to you and you'll see how simple this really can be. Let's see, Grace, Sorry, I got to pull this up. Kihana, what could I have done better on that call? Anything off the top of your head?
No, dude. I mean, it's textbook because you heard what he was looking for, right? Which is some sort of credibility, right? The guy's obviously been around for a while. He needs to know that he's talking to somebody that he can look up to. How do you get a person who's older to look up to you, right? You show up with confidence and you let them know that I have something that you don't have, which is, in this case, 3,000 doors.
Superior, okay, here it is. This is it. Okay, cool. So you guys ready for this? You want to learn a thing or two, Robin, real quick? Let's go.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Cool. Let's do a little screen share. So when I submit an offer in a situation like this, here is how I submit my offer. Okay. Because I can't talk to the sellers directly and the sellers are highly technical or whatever. Okay. So I will do this with probate attorneys a lot. So I'll go through and I'll say, hey, here's the Dropbox link of the photos. Okay. Obviously you don't need that for this situation because this is not, obviously he has a listing, right? He knows the property. You also don't need to say my assessment of the home the same way I did, but you can say the homes in this neighborhood are taking over 300 days to sell. How do I find that out? Is by having an agent in Utah tell me. You can pull up a specific area and say, wow, the average days on market in this area are over 300 days. This was literally the story here. I then say, here's my price assessment. After a renovation, I believe the house can do this. After this, you don't need to do that for this guy. We're not going to do that. But Robin, I will walk you through and show you how to craft this, maybe on our Monday or Tuesday Zoom. Okay. And here's what I do. I then give him 4 offers. Okay. Here's the 4 offers. I make them very specific at the top line. Number 1, list the property with an agent. They already have listed a property with an agent, so they don't need to do that. We're going to skip over this right here. Okay. They already know the pain. You see this right here? Highest risk, longest time, most management, most risk. They already have the pain here. They already know. They don't need me to remind them that this is what they're going through. So I will then have our offer start with number one, which is partner with an investor. Decent price, no management, less risk. Let the investor come in, manage the process, and list the property. This would allow, and I'll type it up specifically and say, relist the property with the same agent so the agent doesn't feel like he's being worked around. And I'll say, in this scenario, the seller would walk away with blah, 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 blah. And we will do the math on this. I will walk you through this on a private Zoom when we have a little bit more time. Seller, number 3, this is my second offer. Seller to outright to an investor. Lowest price, fast, zero risk, zero management, zero risk. Have an investor come in, blah, 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 close in 7 days or less. This would bring the The investor would pay closing costs and the seller would net $190,000. Whatever that number is, we would fill that in. The fourth one is sell to an investor on owner financing. Highest price, longest time, minor risk with security. Okay. An investor might pay much higher if the seller is willing to sell on owner financing. You could get $250,000 with a $20,000 down payment, and then the estate would receive, remember, the estate would receive monthly payments until the home is paid off. This is a guaranteed way to make the most amount of money, but it would come in over time. We do this frequently, but it depends on the desire of the estate to receive monthly payments versus getting cashed out. Now, I have changed this offer strategy to actually talk about tax implications. And I say, imagine all the inheritance receive a big chunk of cash right now. What does this look like in their tax strategy? And then they start going, oh crap, we don't know. And they start asking specific questions. Okay. So what I'll do next week, Robin, is what I'll do is over the weekend, I'll help you structure the offer to this guy and I'll write the stuff with you and I'll do a private Zoom maybe on Sunday if you can make Sunday happen because I'll be traveling to Orlando.
Any day you can.
We'll do a private Zoom with SubTo students, okay? And I will show the SubTo students how to craft something like this on Sunday as like a bonus Zoom, okay? And then that way, when you guys have these people and you go, look, I know it's not a good fit right now on the cash or the this or the that, I will show you how to give them 3 different offers, which gives you an amazing seed to continually follow up with. What do you think all the time in probate situations, the probate attorneys are like, no, they're not interested in terms. They just want to sell out and be done. Okay. But when they see the price points and the differences between cash or partnering with the seller, what's partnering with the seller, guys? What's that called?
SubTo?
Nope. That would be called a novation agreement.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You're essentially letting me come in, renovate the property, and we relist the property once it's actually renovated. That would be a novation agreement. But I'm not going to use the word novation agreement because that would be like talking rocket science to a 2-year-old. Make sense?
Yes.
So that's why I dumb everything down. So we got to do the same thing with this agent. This guy's driving, so he's disinterested. He's on his way for dessert with his Jell-O fan club or whatever it is that he's part of. I can hear him salivating over some Jell-O, getting ready. He doesn't want to talk to me. We got what we needed, but most importantly, we're going to plant a seed for him to do follow-up next week. The deals happen in the follow-up. Okay. They absolutely happen in the follow-up. All right. So, oh, I love that. Dustin says funeral potatoes. That is very Mormon. Gosh, I'm gonna go get me some Mormon potatoes, some taters. Okay, so do you see why I'm gonna give them 3 different offers? Because I know there's no reason I'm gonna try and negotiate with them right now. I'm gonna plant some seeds, follow up in a week, follow up in a week, follow up in a week. Imagine you have 40, 50 sellers or agents that you're following up with. Is there any possibility, ask this question of yourself, is there any possibility that you won't get a deal if you had 40 or 50 conversations like that a week?
Absolutely not.
0 possibility. And then what ends up, here's what ends up happening. Okay. A month in of being consistent, second month being consistent. You're like, man, where are these deals? It's kind of like where Derek Barton is right now in his business, where it's like, he's starting to see some traction. One day, Derek's going to wake up and he'll go, dude, I have 12 deals under contract. Now I don't even know what to do with all these deals. I need to hire a Molly. I need to hire this. Then he's going to come to me and go, Pace, how do I start delegating and scaling my business? It's a different set of questions as you remain consistent. Okay. So you have to learn that follow-up is part of the process. And you can't be, nobody can sit here and think, okay, well, man, I didn't close that deal. But what did we do, Robin? We got a guy, and I do, by the way, I do have somebody in Cedar City that's all they do. My best friend growing up in Pleasant Grove, Leif Blackhurst, married a woman who's from Cedar City. Her dad's a builder. That's all they're doing for their retirement is they buy vacant lots that are already entitled and they build. That's literally all they do. And this guy's got vacant lots right here, Robin.
Right. Yeah.
You might make $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 on these dirt lots and not even worry about the deal that you called on in Parowan.
Yeah.
It's shaking the trees.
Yep. Yep.
Gosh damn it. I'm so excited. I love real estate.
Dude, Pace, can I say something real quick, bro?
Yeah.
Because I don't think people realize, like, I feel like 80% it kind of went over their head what you just said, because the answer, you just gave the cheat code, right? How many guys play video games back in the day? You needed the cheat code so you knew you would win, right? Mm-hmm. Pace just gave that out. Because what did he just say? A lot of you guys are leaving this thing hoping you can succeed, right? Not expecting to succeed, hoping you succeed. What's the difference? The knowing part. Well, how do you know you're going to win? Pace just said it. Do you think it's possible to go and have 40 conversations like this every single week and not get the deals? All of you guys, most of you guys would say, yeah, if you're having that many conversations, you're going to get the deals. Well, then there's your answer. You don't need to keep hoping. Just do the work. Make sure you promise yourself you're going to do that and then try to beat that every single week. You're going to win. How do you not?
You know, what's interesting about this, somebody was DMing me and they go, man, I got to convince my husband to take action. I got to convince my husband to take action. I'm like, your husband is already taking action. He's living the same 24 hours that I am, that Quijano is, Newsom's living, Molly's living. He's spending his time just like I'm spending my time. He is taking action. He's just not putting that action on the appropriate path. So all of you guys in here that are not, I'm afraid to take action. Guys, you are taking action. You are walking towards exactly the destination you deserve by not taking action. In fact, the imperfect action is crazy. You start shaking the tree, all of a sudden you got a guy like Doug or a guy like this guy that we just talked to. What's his name? Todd. You talk to Todd. Doug is a gangster in Colorado Springs. Is that the guy, Derek? Is that the guy he's a private money lender. He knows other deals. That guy's been in business 42 years. That guy could be the most valuable person in your Rolodex for the next 2-3 years.
Yeah. He told me he's got a lot of paid off properties that he wants to do business with in the future.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. For the people who are action takers, here's what we're going to do. On Sunday, whenever I decide I want to do it, not when you decide you want to do it, on Sunday, I will be traveling and speaking on stage in Orlando. Everybody that is a Privy client, okay, I don't care if you signed up with Jamil, you signed up with my wife, I don't care who you signed up with. If you are a Privy client, I'm going to give you guys a specific link and I will show you guys how to submit an offer with those 3 ways of structuring. And I will then submit that offer to Todd for Robin. Okay. Who is not a Privy client that just be chilling here, hanging out, spending the same 4 hours, 5 hours with us. Now they're going to be scared. They're like, I'm not.
No. Eating for free.
Spending your time. Guys, you might think you're doing something by sitting here consuming. You are not. What you're doing, this is an interesting thing. I heard Ed Milet say this. He says, confidence or self-esteem comes from honoring commitments to yourself. And what happens is when you come in here and you hang out and all you're consuming and you're not talking and you're not doing the thing, and you're not doing your homework like we're supposed to, okay? What happens is you watch yourself commit to yourself and then you actually don't take the action. What does that do to your soul? Does that build confidence? Does that build self-esteem? Or does it diminish because you make these commitments and you don't actually follow through even with yourself? Okay. Can I tell you guys something really powerful? This is interesting. So like at some point, some of you guys might end up being mentors. I never thought I would end up being a mentor. I had this guy, it was really interesting. Joined SubTo about a year ago. He's like, I've been following you for 4 or 5 years. I saw all your sub 2 students, you know, having a great thing and this, that, and the other. I was like, dude, why didn't you join? Like, I'm not even the one that makes the money. Like, it goes to a company called New Reach. I just want to be with my people. I want to do this all day. Why didn't you join? This is what he says. Super impactful. He says, because I didn't believe in myself. I didn't trust in myself. It wasn't I didn't trust you. It's that I didn't trust myself. I built a track history in my life where I made commitments to myself and I never took action. Never took action. The biggest difference in my life, tell you guys, the biggest difference in my life has been what? It has been our community. Our SubTo community is as valuable to me as it is to our students. And I tell people all the time, it's as much my mentorship as it is Dan Quijano's mentorship. This is our mentorship. This is our community. This is something that changes lives, having access to all of this stuff. And the love and the connection is everything. It holds you accountable. When somebody believes in you, it will overshadow your lack of self-esteem. Quijano,
Sir.
I know you have a strong self-confidence. I know that about you. We've been friends for a bit. But when I believe in you and I say, no, we're doing this. I'm not waiting for you. We're going to go do this boot camp. We're going to go put this boot camp together. You go, oh, we are? I go, yep. We're putting it on the calendar. December 3rd, it's happening. You're like, done. All right, great. What you guys need is somebody that believes in you more than you believe in yourself. And that is what a community is for.
Yeah.
Derek Barton, have you ever felt like I believe in you more than you believe in yourself?
Almost every day.
Almost every day. This is why you need connection. You need people that believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Because we, including me, have made commitments to myself that I have failed on, and it has eaten away at my soul. And I needed somebody else to come along, grab me by the shoulder and say, I believe in you. Take the action. Look at Adriana today, by the way. Right? She's taking deep breaths. She's feeling the anxiety. Guys, give this woman some freaking love, some emotional connection. This woman's amazing. We call it pace prison when you get stuck on my screen and you don't know what to do. You're like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm stuck on the screen and 1,500 people are looking at me. Adriana, we love you. We appreciate you. You did a great job today.
I was in blessed prison. Thank you so much, Pace, for blessing me with this opportunity and this time, and for giving me the opportunity to help whoever I potentially might have helped, including myself.
Love it. Hey, here's what we're going to do, guys. We are going to give you guys, everybody that's a Privy client, okay, start with privy.com. We're going to be sending out a link probably sometime Saturday, sometime tomorrow when I get like to my hotel, I know how much time I have. And I'm going to put together an offer for Robin. And I'm going to show you guys this letter that I used for a 3-part offer. That's going to happen on Sunday. Okay. That's going to happen on Sunday. We'll do that for probably an hour, maybe 2 hours. So who in here is a Privy client that will be participating with this? I'll have Benson send that out. Okay. I was going to say I'll just do this for SubTo, but now I feel bad. I want to, this is how to submit an offer. And I think this will help SubTo students to have all these people in here that are non-SubTo students get some love and attention on how to submit an offer so that they can do more deals with SubTo students. SubTo students, you guys okay with us providing a little bit more leadership and value to people who are non-SubTo students? Okay. And for those of you guys who are not SubTo students, please say thank you to my students, because usually most of the Zooms that we do, 99% of the Zooms we do behind a closed curtain. So let them know thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So that'll happen on Sunday. Now, I'm going to shut down the chat because I want to make sure we get a couple of links I want to share. Okay. One link, really, really important link, is the link for Quijano's boot camp. Okay. I'm going to be dropping that in here. Get on the waiting list. It's going to be small, very small. It's my house. Yes, I do have a rather sizable house, but we ain't doing this in my whole house. We're doing this in my living room. It's going to be very small, 4 hours prior to the TV premiere. Get on the Closers Boot Camp. Okay. We'll be doing a little bit of swag. I'd love to see all of you guys there. It will be at my house. You will be spending, it's not going to be Quijano running this thing himself. He will run most of it, but I will be there the whole entire time hanging out. Okay. Get on the waiting list for that. And for those of you guys that are in YouTube, 300 of you guys, let me drop this in here. There's the Closers Bootcamp link. By the way, dude, we hit 100. We're going to hit 105,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's pretty dope.
Insane.
Holy
It's on your way to
crap.
1 million, bro.
It's on a, yeah. Do you think we could hit 1 trillion, dog?
1 trillion. All of the people.
All the people.
Yeah.
How many subs do you have? All the subs. Okay. So guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap up the elephant challenge. I wanted to make sure we had the Closers Bootcamp link in there. The next thing that I want to announce to you guys is the next elephant challenge we're going to do is going to be multifamily centric. Okay. We're going to be looking for multifamily deals and submitting offers on multifamily deals. And we're going to do it for 4 days next month, not 3. Okay. Why are we going to do it for 4 days next month? Well, because I want to make sure we spend the first day, maybe the first 2 days really going slow, so that on day 2 and day 3, all we're doing is submitting offers, calling sellers, negotiating, getting me on the phone a lot more, getting Quijano on the phone a lot more, getting some of our leaders like Newsom, Adriana, who is on her way to lead. Even though she's just gotten her first deal done, she is on her way to lead and change other people's lives. We will be doing that next month. What dates are we doing that? I pull that up right now. Let me show you guys. By the way, I'm going to unmute the chat for a second. Who has signed up for the waiting list for the boot camp with Quijano? Amazing. That will be a lot of fun. All right, cool. So let's do this. The next elephant challenge. Okay. Next elephant challenge is going to be Wednesday, December 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Aaron Lambert, I will give you guys the mind map. Everybody that's a Privy client, I will send out the mind map to everybody that is a Privy client. Start with privy.com. Everybody that is a Privy client, I will send out the mind map. Okay. Okay. So Carly, will you set it up for Wednesday, December 7th from 1 to 4? I have to teach Tarek Al-Musa's homeschool class at 4:30. So we'll do 1 to 4 on Wednesday, December 7th. And then December 8th and 9th, we're going to go 1 to 6 p.m. So we'll go 5 hours. And then on December 10th, we'll do Saturday. So we'll do like 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'll pull it up on the screen for a second. Adriana, I'm going to let you out of prison. We love you. We adore you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to let Molly out of prison too. Jonathan Newsom, get a flight. Come out, hang out with us for the day. We'd love to see you, brother.
Let's do it, bro.
Thank you, homie. We love you. Okay, so Derek Barton, we'll see you at the party. You're the best. Mr. Me and Quijano. Julie Burkhart, I'm going to tell you something, Julie. She says, I'm going to crash golden ticket. Julie, you are one of the very few people I will let crash the golden ticket. Please, if you want to come to the golden ticket, come to the golden ticket. I'd love to have you there. I'd love to have you spend the day with us and come hang out at golden ticket. Come with us. If you can, if you want to come, please come. I'd love to see you. Anytime my private money lenders want to come hang out, anything I'm doing, you're more than welcome. And I truly love being around Julie. She's awesome. Okay, cool. Let's pull this up. Here's what the elephant challenge is going to look like next month. Okay, right here, next month. Let's pull that off. Weekly update. I am not going to that. My team can do it without me. I will do that. Okay, so elephant challenge is going to be right here. Okay, take a screenshot of this. This is happening next month. We are going to do multi-family elephant challenge next month. I will put this on the SubTo schedule, just so my students know. I will change this to the SubTo calendar. So it will pop up on your SubTo calendar once I switch it over. Okay, actually, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that later. So it will pop up on the SubTo calendar. Wednesday, 1 to 4, we're going to warm up, get everybody the tools they need, training, Q&A. Thursday, get to work. Friday, get to work. Saturday, whole time, we're submitting offers. Okay, everybody feel good with that? Multifamily, this is happening December 7th, 8th, and 9th. Okay. Carly, what is the link for this, by the way? Are you still here with me? Okay, she's here. Carly, is there a way you can put the link for this? Is it the same exact link for next month? The same link that we're using right now? Okay, same link. So they're already registered for next month if they came in here right now. Is that correct? They don't need to re-register. They're already registered. Okay, great. That's awesome. Okay, so you guys will get like the email updates, all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you guys are ready for this. All right, Elephant Challenge right here. This is the flow. All right, now, let's see here. I am traveling to Orlando to speak on stage this weekend. And I think I speak at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Orlando. So what I'll probably do is like a 9 o'clock in the morning to like, I'll probably do a 10 o'clock to noon. So that'll give me 2 hours before I go speak. So 10 o'clock to noon, I'll do the final kickoff for the Elephant Challenge. We'll do showing you guys how to submit 3 different ways, submit an offer. We'll do 10 to noon. That would be East Coast time. So if you're on the West Coast, that's 7 a.m. I will send everybody has a Privy link, or everybody has a Privy client. Whoever you signed up with, I'll send you that link. We'll have a good amount of people show up, and I'll give you guys the terminology and train you on how to submit the offer the way that I was talking to Robin about. Okay. And Robin, I'll text you privately Sunday morning as well. Okay.
Sounds good.
Senor.
Bro, it looks like we have like a lot of people ready for the boot camp.
I think they're ready. They think they're ready.
Guys, are you aware the boot camp is not virtual? Like that is at my house. Everybody is aware of this? Give me a yes in the side chat. You are people who have signed up for the boot camp. You understand this is at my house, not live. Like not a Vert Zoom, not a Loom, not a Troom, not a Bloom. This is at my house. Okay, it is a waiting list. It does not mean you have been approved to come. I cannot fit all these people in my house. We need to make sure people that are dead ass serious. I'm not giving my address to just a bunch of pirates. You know what I'm saying? We got to go through and filter the pirates out. If you got a wooden leg, you're out. It's okay if you have wooden teeth, but wooden legs, eye patches, you're out. Okay. Okay, so SubTo students, golden ticket, email Melissa. I need you there. I want to see you guys there at the golden ticket. Free event for SubTo students and Astro students only. Saturday morning, boot camp with Quijano. This is December 2nd, December 3rd. Get on the boot camp wait list. Next thing is if you come in for the golden ticket event or the boot camp, you are welcome to come to the TV premiere in the afternoon. And by the way, we are dressing up, Jamil and I are dressing up as Snoop Dogg and Tupac. So, and we are rolling up in a lowrider. If you guys want to wear a bandana, I'm just saying, you're more than welcome to do so.
But you got to know how to wear the bandana. You can't be coming to Pac's group and then wear the bandana wrong.
You can't wear it as like a neck handkerchief?
No, it's not work. I mean, Molly could pull that off. I don't think anybody else.
Molly could pull that off. Okay, guys, give Quijano a lot of love. We had him on here a long time. He dropped so much stinking value today, yesterday. I got so many DMs about Quijano. Do me a favor, guys. If you are not following Quijano on Instagram, do that. Take a photo of his Instagram handle right directly behind him. Tag him in a post. Make him feel the love. He will be back with us multiple times on the Elephant Challenge. And we will see you guys on Sunday. Okay. We will see you guys on Sunday. Now, what I'm thinking about doing with Carly is I'm thinking about doing like in between now and the next Elephant Challenge, I'm thinking about doing just a Q&A where I literally show up for like 3 or 4 hours and just answer questions about cash deals, escrow, what does paperwork look like, those types of questions for everybody in the free group. all your cash questions. I will answer all of that stuff to help you guys work deals with the SubTo community. I don't know when that date's going to be. I'm very busy. From November 3rd. I'm sorry, second week in November. I won't sleep in my bed all the way until almost like January 5th, something like that, more than like 3 or 4 nights. I'm very busy. I want to fit it in. I want to make sure you guys get all your general Q&A answered. I want to make sure that you guys understand cash and wholesale at a very, very high level so that you can work with my SubTo students and the Gators and the unicorn agents. We all want to be working together. All right. So we will come up with a Q&A. When you see it, it will pop up. Everybody that's registered for next month's event, which you guys all are. By the way, all you knuckleheads on YouTube, I don't know what you're doing. I stream to YouTube just as a safety precaution. It's called the Knucklehead Safety Net. And I caught 300 of you simultaneously. There's 300 knuckleheads over there. Why are you not hanging out over on Zoom with us? Crazy people. Okay. Freaking crazies. Okay, we will, if you are registered for next month's Elephant Challenge, we will make sure you guys get a Q&A between now and then with me, literally just doing Q&A, okay? Sunday, what are we doing? Arizona time, 7 a.m. What are we doing? Anybody? There you go, private call for Robin. That's Sunday service. 7 a.m., not 7 p.m. 7 a.m., I'm gonna show you guys how to submit that offer, okay? One last call for alcohol. Let's put your link in. I want to make sure that we get enough people on this wait list so I can filter out enough of these pirates. There's the link. Does anybody identify as a pirate? That's the question. Give me an emoji if you guys identify as a pirate. Nobody? They're like, no, I want to make sure I'm in that boot camp.
Got a couple people there. If you wear Toms, you can't be a pirate, right? You got to pick one.
You're a ninja.
You're a ninja.
All right, guys, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. We'll be doing a lot of value for you guys on the free stuff. If you appreciate what we do, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give us a little bit of love. The YouTube channel, this month I gave away the income on the YouTube channel, $16,000 to one of the subscribers. Can I tell you guys a quick little story? This is kind of a sad situation. I had one of our YouTube subscribers that won the $16,000. She's in a marriage where her husband is beating her, and she did not want to have it made public that she was the winner. I called her up, we recorded it, and I called her up, I got my congratulations, da 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 da. And she's like, please don't tell me this is live. Please don't tell me this is live. Please don't tell me this is live. So we gave this lady $16,000. We're going to be posting a photo of her, but like blurred out so nobody knows it's her. She's using that money to escape a abusive relationship, which is pretty cool. But usually the money that we spend on like Eric and the videographers and stuff like that, a good portion of that is paid for from the YouTube channel. So we do appreciate you guys. It pays for payrolls and those types of things and lets us do giveaways and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for everything that you do. We appreciate you guys being here. Besides Quijano being the MVP, we love it, Quijano. Spell Quijano. I dare you guys to spell Quijano. Bro, you got people spelling this with a K, dog. Oh, I like this. K-E-Y?
K-E-Y?
Quijano Reeves.
The worst one I ever heard was Quigliano.
What are you, Italian now, dog?
I guess. It was at a Firestone. I was getting tires changed. They're like, Quigliano. I'm like, you got to be kidding.
Quigliano. Okay, so besides him, let's give a final thank you to the SubTo students in here for coming in, providing value, leadership, support. There are so many SubTo students that will be connecting with you guys between now and then, helping out, comping deals, talking to sellers for you, showing you guys how to underwrite, showing you guys how to do creative finance, okay? The reason why I don't focus a lot of my education in the free Facebook group on creative finance is because I want my SubTo students to teach you creative finance. I want them to take what they learned from me, turn around. Can you guys believe Molly had never done a creative finance deal until she met me? Look at her now, less than a year later, she's gangster, MVP. This is what we do. And the cool thing is Molly now teaches it at a very high level. She's insanely good, right? So you guys, my SubTo students, I'm so damn proud of you guys coming in here and leading with value. Even if you have the imposter syndrome of like, oh my gosh, I've never done a deal before. Guys, practice what you learn so that you can stop leasing the knowledge and you can start owning the knowledge. The only way you can own the knowledge is to teach it. Okay. Narissa Gibbs says, my head is all over the place. Welcome to life. Welcome to doing anything more than sitting on the couch. If you're overwhelmed, it means you're in the right place. I can tell you that right now.
Yep. Wait,
Okay.
hold on. Can I say one more thing, dude?
Yes, please.
I got to say something because Pace isn't going to do this. Pace thanked me and he thanked Adriana and Jonathan and Molly and the SubTo students and all of you guys. Can we see how quickly we can blow up these reactions in this chat with
For Carly.
thank you for Pace, Morby, as well as Carly.
Carly.
Right? Look, I said this yesterday, guys. A lot of times people look at this and you go and you see the chats and you know, people who don't know Pace, they say, oh, he's got 100,000 followers and he's got a TV show and they think it's fake or it's fluff, right? Pace doesn't have to be here. Pace literally had to pause his video to see his wife and his children out to go on a trip without him, right? So he could come back and give something to you guys. And he didn't ask you guys for anything in return. He didn't charge you for this. Human beings don't do this, right? There's a lot of people who say they want to make a difference. Probably some of you guys here in this chat. There's a lot of people who say they want to make a positive impact in the world. Here's an example of what that looks like. It's sacrifice, it's work, it's being willing to do what other people don't. This dude, you've changed God knows how many tens of thousands of lives so far, and you haven't even begun, bro. Like, you're just getting started. So thank you, dude, for pulling people.
Kihano, welcome to the round table, bro. You're one of the knights, man. You're one of the guys that are holding down the kingdom and holding down the fort, and you're helping spread the love and the knowledge, and Kihano is one of those guys as well. Guys, I can tell you, one of my favorite people that I've added to the team in basically my whole life was Carly, right? Carly behind the scenes does so much more work than you can even imagine amidst all the chaos of what's going on. And she does it with a smile. Do you guys want to know why Michael Jordan was the best? Was it because he was the leading scorer of all time? Was it because he won all the championships? Was it because he was just the best at defense or any of those types of things? It was because he made it look easy, even when it wasn't. He made us believe that that was all easy, that he became a hero. And I look at people like Carly and I'm like, she's the Michael Jordan of her job. She makes it look easy, even in the midst of all the challenges and the issues and the hiccups and stuff that you guys don't see when this stuff is going on. Carly, thank you. We love you. We love your family. Your husband is amazing. Captain. He is a captain, by the way. The dude has like one of the coolest jobs of all time. All right, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you Sunday morning. And then we will also be gearing up for the Elephant Challenge. Now, for the SubTo students in here, last thing, SubTo students only, please pay attention to this. The nightly dial, guys, is the groundwork for leading value in the Elephant Challenge. Kihano spends time and energy training you guys all month long so that we can take a 3-day pause and pour value into the free Facebook group. Kihano, every single day, one of the most consistent human beings I've met on the planet, comes in for the nightly dial. If you are a SubTo student, go to the nightly dial. Kihano is one of the leaders that is making leaders. You look at the Newsoms of the world, you look at the Adrianas of the world, they are future leaders. Jonathan Newsom also is a current amazing leader. The nightly dial turns out leaders like a machine. Make sure you are tuning into the nightly dial, hanging out, being close to the campfire, and preparing for becoming a leader in the next Elephant Challenge and the next Elephant Challenge and the next Elephant Challenge. We want leaders leading the group in here. So many deals. Jonathan Jimison, link for Sunday. There's always somebody. There's always somebody. Jonathan, where does the link come from? Where's the link coming from, guys? If you are a Privy client, you will get an email from Privy. Okay? I like that. Chandra says your mom. That's a great one.
That's the W right there.
You won the day. You won the day right there. I love that. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to be having a lot of fun doing a lot of deals. I'll see you guys Sunday. If you're a Privy client, if you are a SubTo student, I'll see you all next week. And if you are a SubTo student, please make sure you guys email Melissa to get to the golden ticket event. And we'll see you guys so many times this month. Springfield, Illinois, I'm coming for you Wednesday. I've never been there before. I want to have like a big lunch with people in Springfield at like Krusty Burger or whatever it is that the Simpsons eat at. So if you guys are near Springfield, come out. I'm going to be doing a fun little lunch. I don't care who comes out. It'll be epic. We'll see you guys on Sunday.